And I'm unmuted on there.
Did you know that you can get horses to type out your emails for you while you're in Iceland?
What?
You can out-horse your email. I'm not kidding. That's just what they call it.
Oh my god. Hi everybody.
Pull up the out-horsing. Hi guys.
You sent me something. Out-horse your email. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh no, did it pause itself?
It's probably clicked out. You can set it to not do that.
I can power off and power it back on. This is a chill stream anyway. What a way to start the stream, yeah. And as you guys can see in the corner, Dralnah's also playing it too.
Hi, I'm on actual console.
Yeah.
I'm better than you.
Oh,
no.
Shut up. I mean, I could play it on console, but I think what might be going on is...
I don't recommend.
Yeah, I mean...
Console setups are overrated.
I think I might know what's going on. Something's enabled that it's fucking up the game. So
You
get
put
used...
fast disk speed on.
Widescreen. It's just like DuckStation right now. It just wants to keep on giving me problems every single time I want to stream. Drawing this
What are you
already.
using?
I'm using DuckStation. Yeah. Okay. It was what sheet I was
Good old
using.
DuckStation.
Yep. Good old.
It's great,
DuckStation.
but man.
Oh man, sometimes it's unstable.
Yeah.
Dralnah's. Alright, so I watched a couple of speedruns that Dralnah showed me, so I want to try some of the tricks too.
Yeah, go for it. Which ones did you watch? Were you watching 100%, 14 tally?
Oh, the ones
that
you were showing me.
Okay, so 14 tally and 100%.
Yeah.
So we can I'll wait for you to get in here.
Yep.
Ew, smooth textures. Ew. No, I'm kidding.
You nasty emulator pleb. I also switched to my PS controller just so that I could get because I'm used to that over the fucking Xbox One.
Yeah. Hey Hunter, have you ever gotten into crypto?
We could stop.
I forgot what the sun was like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm.
Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores.
Yeah, I haven't been there since.
All right, so here's the real test. So you know who did the voice for Spyro in Spyro 2, right?
Yes.
Who was it?
Oh, I thought you were gonna follow up with that, and so no, I don't.
Okay, that's what I thought. No, I'm kidding. It's Tom Kenny. So guy who voiced SpongeBob.
Tom Kenny also voices the trolls.
Yep, he voices a lot of stuff in this game. Like, and in Spyro 1, he's the voice for a bunch of the dragons. But in Spyro 1, it's not Tom Kenny. Spyro is not voiced by Tom Kenny. It's Carlos Alazraqui, who you would know from if you've ever seen those old Yokiero Taco Bell commercials.
Yokiero Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah, with the Chihuahua.
Yeah, I used to have a shirt like that, and I hated it.
It's that guy.
God.
The 90s were a weird time for
90s,
advertising.
yes, it was. So was the 2000s.
Early 2000s, yo yeah.
I always laugh at this cutscene, though, because of Fiona and Hunter's mic is so fucking weird. Because it hits the hard piece. And it's just like,
yeah,
hey.
they're just too fucking close to the mic.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, guys.
Like, you didn't have the money for a pop filter? Really? This is a professional studio. Really?
This is Sony, right? No, this is Insomniac.
Yeah, this is Insomniac stuff, which, I mean, like, I could see if Insomniac just didn't make a, just didn't go to an actual studio and it was just a bunch of guys with microphones.
They're just in their living room.
They're in the break room.
They're in the break room.
Yeah, they're in the break room. No, Crush.
Crush. Crash! Yeah, that part where he peaks his mic so much.
It's the only part where that's the only part I remember. That's the only dialogue I remember from him in the entire thing, because that's the only time you hear him speak during cutscenes and speedruns.
Yeah.
Because you just keep mashing the button until you skip it.
No! Crash!
Yeah, audio has never been Spyro's biggest,
sell point? No.
Yeah, like, the voices are, like, the music's good.
Right.
But, like, the mixing is usually weird. Sometimes there's technical issues with, like, the sound pointer pointing to the wrong sounds at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes the actual, like, voice lines are just not very well recorded.
But it's such a good game.
It is. It's definitely just, the audio is not the thing you look at most of the time.
No, I mean, I was just happy to have a game when I was younger.
Yeah, exactly. You don't look at that stuff. Alright, so, welcome to Glimmer.
Shut up.
Unfortunately, the miners have revolted. They have tried to start a union, they were refused, and so they have taken matters into their own hands. There have been 14 deaths in the mines today from explosive accidents.
You say all this. You say all this. Wow, I live in a mining town.
I know, you get it.
So, when I first played this game, I lost my controller because I was grounded. So,
Aww.
My mom took all my controllers, except for my racing one.
To start using the racing wheel.
I was.
Hell yeah.
And I was borrowing it from Sayaka at the time, because I usually played it at her house. But
Yeah.
there I am, sitting in my room, playing with the wheel, and my mom walks in, sees it, and she's like, I'm not even gonna take it away.
Yeah, you can't punish the kid for being smart enough to get out of the thing.
Yeah.
Come on.
Especially when I used to break in my mom's room with a butter knife, so I think I deserved it.
Yeah. Alright, so let me teach you the fun trick.
Alright, let me see trick. I gotta look on
Alright.
here.
So,
Actually, I'm just
there's a trick here called double jumping. They patched this out in Spyro 3, but they knew it was here in Spyro 2 and didn't have time to fix it or didn't care to fix it. So all you gotta do, the analog stick or D-pad, whatever you're using, has to be neutral, so you can't touch it. And then you want to hit X, hold X, and when you're at the apex of your jump, tap square. Hold square, preferably, and then let go of X. So don't go forward. Don't hit any buttons during the jump itself. And you'll notice Spyro like tilts up instead of just going straight down like he does typically.
Yeah.
No, don't hit any buttons. You can't hit any buttons until you get rid of until you like stop hitting square. That's weird. What version are you on? Shouldn't be fixed.
I'm on the USA version.
Okay. So it's hit. Unfortunately, I don't have a display for this. But it's hit X, hold down X, and then hold down X until you hit square, and keep holding down X for like a little bit after. There you go.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
You can just get up here.
Giving it a shot.
Yep, just pick a spot. And you're just gonna jump, hold X, hit square while you're holding X still.
Gems were bothering me.
Yeah, that's it. That's what caused you to fail.
Shut up.
I do find it funny that they were like, hey, what's the first level we're gonna put Spyro in? How about, like, a level that's filled with gems? You mean like the thing we do every game?
Yeah.
No. But what if they're big?
What if they're, like, half the size of, some of the enemies? Okay, well, I guess that's different then.
Alright, I guess.
I mean, I like Gem Cutters. Gem Cutters is a very cute level.
It's fun. It's fun. So, tap it, or hold X, and then hit square while holding X. Don't hit any directions until after the charges happen.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to hover at the end.
Alright. This is precision for me.
Good thing we're not doing gulp skip.
I I mean, I really do want to do that Dragon Shores one. Okay.
Well, we can do the Dragon Shores bit. We just might have to actually go do Autumn Plains.
Yeah.
Because Gulp Skip is... Ooh, man. I don't know if I can do it.
Okay, so... Jump, X... Nope, okay.
Yep, can't hit a direction while you're hitting X. Everything has to be, like, straight neutral.
My finger is off the button. I believe
All right,
Marcus has more experience
so...
under the Dragonfly. Shut up.
We could go play Under the Dragonfly. I could do that.
No. I mean, I've done it. I've done 100% for that, and I cheated. So
Well, 100%'s just annoying.
Oh yeah.
Then you have to do every single thing, and that game has so many repeat things.
Oh, I almost had it.
You almost had it. Like, you can let go of square after you've done that initial bit, and then just glide at the apex of that, and then hover at the end. So the whole thing ends up looking... I can get up there.
Now see, I have your display like next to me, so
yeah.
I'm not looking straight at it.
So you can do this. This is what it's gonna look like. And it doesn't really matter where you go from. I think here is like the closest point.
Yeah.
But almost.
Almost, so close. I know I probably have Sayaka who is screaming somewhere, just don't finish the level!
No, but I mean, you should.
Yeah.
And we'll do that, but this actually,
is
even
stuff.
even in the 100% speedrun, you do Glimmer first, like, before you leave the level.
Yeah, you do 100%.
Yeah.
That's so you don't get like, stuck somewhere.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, 100% Glimmer is annoying.
Yeah, because of that one with the climbing.
Yeah, that's not too bad with this, but you also don't use the flight thing.
Yeah.
When you're doing the speedrun because it's just slow.
Damn. Yeah, don't you use double jump for that?
Yeah, you use double jump to get all the like gems on the top of the cave, and it is annoying as hell. One. Oh, I missed the gem.
I will keep trying this. The easiest one that looked like was Dragon Shores, but getting there.
The Dragon Shores is yeah, getting there is annoying. Actually, like, it's a little annoying getting out of bounds in Dragon Shores, but other than that, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, so how does this work? Do I have to flame?
I think you
before
double
I hit
jump
the charge?
Flame. I think you double jump flame.
Yeah, I just have to figure out if, I guess, because the flame follows Spyro's head, which means that you can do stuff like flame and then jump, and that tilts up with him. So I have to figure out if I do that or if I just flame during the glide. I think I have to flame like when I go to do the double jump. So it's gonna be. This is an awkward input. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I'm not doing that though, because that's annoying.
Oof. I mean, I know that when you play the Reignited trilogy, they changed some of the parameters for the gliding. So you can't do the use that one to be able to get all the other ones finished.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so that was changed. I know that was changed because I'm like, why the fuck is the timer up going up so fast? Right.
Yeah, they did some weird stuff with Reignited because they're like, it was funny because they're like, yeah, it's a 1-to-1 experience. I'm like, no, you changed stuff. You just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, there's that, and I know when I was going to try the Turtle Shores thing, that Turtle's Beach, that Mickey showed me, and I was just like, wait a minute.
Oh, that doesn't work in Reignited.
No, it don't, because they changed the arch.
Yeah.
So I can't reach that. Fuck.
Hey, bud, you still got a bunch of friends in the cave that are getting obliterated by whatever things are in there, but thanks for the talisman.
Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, you know, a lot of people died.
All right, so you're not getting the double jump there,
yep.
Yeah.
I almost had that one.
The way that I find easiest is literally just roll your thumb, like set it so you can hit the X and the square button at the same time, and just roll your thumb.
There we go. Yeah, that does work a little bit better. That was me practicing.
Yeah, I do, Spyro 1, that's like the only spot your thumb sits at for the most part. Unless you're doing like, the other thing you'll do is you will pivot your thumbs so that the back of your thumb hits, circle for when you do flame charges. Alright, cool.
So, this is me
Moneybags, I'm not paying you, fuck off.
I'm not funding your student loan bullshit. Fuck.
Moneybags is investing in multi-level marketing. Hunter might be too, I don't know, he's stupid enough to go for it.
Hunter would buy cryptocurrencies.
Hi, Spyro! Have you ever heard of cryptocurrency?
Hi, Spyro! Have you ever heard of cryptocurrencies?
I do find it interesting that they changed Moneybags' voice from 2 to 3.
Yeah, but at least
I like the 3 voice more, but I get that 2's fine.
Shit. Cryptocurrency. Yeah,
Good.
I hate the Moneybags from Enter the Dragonfly. He's Uncanny Valley.
I think that's just most of that game.
Yeah, I mean, the facial animations are bullshit. It's too rubbery.
I think part of the issue was just, I mean, there was a lot of issues with that game's development. Somebody literally made a documentary on it. Like, I highly recommend going to check that out because it kind of highlights a lot of the problems.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it even when I first played the game, so I'm just gonna continue. I can't keep sitting there.
Yeah, no, don't keep trying it.
But I will practice it.
Yeah, no, just learn how to do double jumps. That one's just there so you can skip to the end of the level very, very quickly.
I'll return you to this place.
So, tidbit, I named my cat after Zoe.
Nice.
Well, I wasn't allowed to name it anything different or weird.
Gotcha.
So my mom's like, pick a girl name. I'm like, all right, Zoe.
Yep.
Die.
Yeah, I don't like this game's controls.
I mean,
this is the one I didn't play until I was like 10.
Really?
So, yeah.
I was playing Spyro for a long time. Oh, everybody's donating.
I played Spyro 1, and I played Spyro 3, and I had those, but I didn't get Spyro 2 until, like, I was probably like 8 or 10, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't play Spyro 2 until, like, I was in 6th grade. And that was only because Sayaka had it, so...
Right. Oh, let me up. Let me in.
Let me in! Let me in!
Fucking Eric Andre.
Come on, I know you can hop on this.
Hey, Moneybags. You want to see me jump across this bridge?
I want to see this.
Oh, okay. You can do it. I'm just bad at it.
Okay, I need to fix one thing. I think that it's on... Yep, it's on passive, not active.
There we go. You gotta do it from this step, maybe? No. Oh, you might have to, like, fucking Sproder up here or some shit. Hold on.
What?
So there's this thing called Sprodering where basically if you just keep... you can, like, pseudo just double jump repeatedly on, like, some walls if you can, like, slide near them. It's kind of like, it's kind of like wall glides in Spyro 1, except you can actually gain height off it pretty easily if you do it right.
I know her! That's mean! Said if we want the better gameplay, we just look on the smaller, tiny screen.
That's mean, man. Come on.
I'm actually really good at. I'm actually really good at Spyro 2. This is me trying the speed strats that I'm.
I'm
not
just doing goofy shit. Like I haven't played this game in ages. Leave me alone.
Okay, I'm gonna try to jump over the bridge. Probably won't do it.
All right, so yeah, you got to do the normal double jump. You still got to double jump it.
Right. I know you're kidding. I know. It's okay.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good.
Oh, fuck off, moneybags.
Hello, Spyro. No.
Hello, Spyro. Do you want to pay me?
World's worst Findom.
And for no reason, we'll change his outfit in Hero's Tale.
That outfit's just bad.
God. I think. Let's see. Because I know you can get up onto here, but I don't remember how.
There we go.
Oh, hey, I missed a jump.
I gotta go do all the lizards. Also, it doesn't help that my disc gets scratched. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. We might be fine. I might, like, crash in the middle of something.
Back again, eh?
Take your fucking gems and get out of my face. Uh-oh. We're at 96k raised for Cooking Stream 2.
Uh-oh.
To get a good look around,
I already know what I want to cook. I want to make,
triangle to look around this cave.
peach cobbler.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Mom says she hasn't had it in a while, and I was like, you know what? I'll make it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So there's... Did I get
Let
that one?
her cook. Just let me cook. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah.
Let
Okay,
her cook.
Twitchy. Twitchy, you might want to call some emergencies. There might be some miners trapped.
This magic portal next to me.
Yep. Somebody have to loosen his kitty tree from the wall, so I gotta drill it back in. Oh, that's okay, Conan.
They're learning.
They're learning construction.
Pretty soon they'll have opposable thumbs.
Well, I went to go clean my car today because oh shit, I thought I got that. And I look out and there's Bing standing on the air conditioner inside my window. I was like, please get off that.
Yeah, my cat likes to lay on top of the Jeep. It's a soft top Jeep, so she'll just lay there and so just dent because we never use it.
Yeah.
It's just this big dent in the top of the Jeep thing now, or whenever she lays there.
Just an imprint. You guys will get used to it.
I don't remember where all the lizards are. Maybe I didn't talk to the dude.
Yeah, if you don't talk to him, they don't activate.
Yeah, some of them, it looks like some of them activated and some of them didn't. Okay, yeah, that's right. No, I remember now. He does run around on the route. I forgot they have a whirlwind animation.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro.
Oh, did I sequence break something?
Probably.
I probably did. I might have to come back into this level.
Game. Oh, hey, thanks. There's the fanfare.
There we go. Did I break it? Did I do good? Yeah, I think I broke it.
Good job.
Alright, we'll come back to this level later.
10 out of 10. Good job.
Well, because I hit him before he did the talk thing, where he was like, hey, hit that, go, use the rocks that I put out.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to be stuck there because now it's not going to trigger, there's no way to trigger the guy dying again.
Right.
I got all the gems, though, so I just gotta do that. I like that you can't exit level until you've been out of this level, though.
Yeah, every other one, though, you can.
Yeah.
It's just the first one they make you not exit the level because you haven't been to the world at least once.
Right.
And I know that you at least have to exit one level fully when you're playing the first game because then it'll activate, because you only need to beat one level to get, Toasty to open.
Right.
So.
And I just ignore doing that and fly into the back of the dragon head anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's just no collision back there for some reason.
Yeah. But when I was playing the demo, I did notice that, that there is no portal at all.
Yeah, there's just nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's complete
Which, I mean,
block.
That's the thing with demos, too. Like, it's a lot of time to sit down and make, like, a vertical slice out of a game and, like, polish it up to the point where it's playable by consumers. Or at least, like, you know, critics.
You don't want to play too much, or give them too much so that, like, they go, why do I want to buy your game now?
Right.
If I have the demo, which... Thanks for the Zangief.
Time for Zangief. Hi, Spyro. Very good. I love fucking clipping him. Like, you just clip the lines off.
Yeah.
You just, wow.
Wow, Spyro. Very good. You're a natural athlete.
Okay. I don't remember how this bit works, but you can get away without paying money bags for swimming.
Really?
Yeah, it's really jank, and I think I remember how it works. It involves getting to that, you know, the orb in Summer Forest that's on that really high pillar that you typically have to swim to?
Yes.
You have to go there with a double jump. And it's a pretty tight jump if I remember right. So I'm gonna try. And I might not get it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look at a video for that one actually. Curious.
Fuck. No, I don't want to talk to you, Whiskers. Because I'm trying to get the cheap motion out. Because this is what I used to do to be able to get through it. Because it was easier than coming back when you have climb.
Right.
Because fuck that. That's one thing I hate. Especially Turtle Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Higher up. Yes! I did it.
Okay, so it looks like any percent you might actually just pay money bags. I know that there is a way around it, but it might actually be slower.
Really?
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. It's very jank. I don't know, how much do I have? Need 60 more? Sure.
I need to go back in real quick.
Okay, well I got 7 more gems than necessary. I have to restart now.
There we go. Yeah, so you have enough time to be able to get to the next one, I know that. And when you're playing Reignited, they just cut down the time to be able to, like, make it. It's very tight. I've done it, but it's super tight and I don't like it.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things that they felt needed changing, I guess. Weird change, but alright.
Alright, where are you pointing at?
That's right, Sparks Finder is just a thing in this game.
Yeah.
They didn't lock it behind anything.
They locked it in 3 and that was irritating. Ooh. There we go.
I think it's probably not a bad thing, because by the time you're like looking for every gem in a level, there's a decent chance that you should probably be near like 3rd homeworld.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I need to get the 3rd one.
look, guys, it's the funny demo level.
Was that the demo?
It was one of them.
I never played.
I don't know if it was
I never
the only.
played the Spyro 2 demo. I've only played the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what came with my PlayStation, so...
Yeah, Colossus was one of the Spyro 2 demo levels. I don't know if there was another one that they put out, maybe, but, because I know that there's, like, several leaked development builds and, demos for Spyro 1. One of them has actual boats in North Cove that, like, move around.
That'd be cool.
You can find them online. Alright, so we're gonna skip the rest of Summer Forest.
So screw the rest of Summer Forest.
Goodbye, all these levels suck. Actually, you know what? No, I'll show Aquaria Towers, but I'm not paying money bags.
This is the one that you showed me last night, I believe.
Actually, wait, hold on. If I go in there, then I'm gonna be stuck in there. So let me think.
Unless you move back to Summer Forest itself. Like through the exit level?
Well, that's the thing. The exit level, I don't know if that sets you outside the portal or not.
It's worth a shot, I guess.
I don't remember. Let me look at what they actually do here. Oh, right. No, we'll do this instead. I won't show Aquaria Towers. It's fine. I'll come back for that. But I will show, so you can see that this is locked.
Yep.
You can't go to fight Crush yet. Here's the first world boss. You have to get all the talismans from each level before you can do that. Or you can just kind of clip through everything.
Or you can just say fuck that and just clip through it.
Yep. So the usual.
Hold the plate up against the wall and just walk.
That's what this feels like, honestly. So you just do this.
Yeah, that's what that one speedrunner was doing that you're showing me. Like, just like...
Yeah. You just hit the button, and now you're in the wall, and the game didn't account for Spyro being in the wall.
Right.
It doesn't. This game doesn't quite function like Spyro 1 does with regards to collision. So there's still like walls here, and I can still walk out. So there's still walls here, but there's no wall at the top. And the gate just closes down on you, and as long as you stay within the gate doesn't act as a wall for you. So you can just do this. You can just jump out of bounds, and then you double jump out of bounds over the gate, and then just end up in Crush. That one's easy.
Yeah, that's one of the easier ones.
That's the easy one. Gulp Skip is very annoying and finicky.
Oh, I was just like, wait a minute, who just did something? Who did a thing on my stream? But now I have Spyro sound. I'm an idiot.
There are actually. I can't wait till we get to Fracture Hills.
I love Fracture Hills.
You hear the bagpipes playing. I love Fracture Hills.
Fracture Hills is one of my favorites. I'm gonna move stuff a little bit so that I can make yours a little bigger too. Oh fuck.
I'm just gonna sit and watch, oops, got a little too close.
Actually, since I have like widescreen on yours, I can just do this.
Yeah, you can crop it. I just didn't bother.
Nah, it's alright. I'm just moving it around a bit so I can get bigger screen off for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, that's perfect. Then we need to see about the sides.
Trying to do this the cool way.
The cool way. The cool kid way. Ah, shit, I almost got it! With the out-of-bounds jump that you were showing me earlier.
Oh, yeah. No, it just takes some practice.
Yeah. Now it's, what if Spyro was split screen?
Yeah. What if Spyro was a split-screen racing game? Fun fact, if you double jump over Crush, Crush is like Club Slam, he never hits you.
Really?
Yeah, it's just weird.
This controller is very finicky.
Yeah, mine doesn't like to say that it's... Mine doesn't like to consistently stay in the controller port slot. But I think that might be a PS2 issue thing rather than the controller itself. Oh, also fun fact, all the rocks for that ending animation thing, all the other rocks can hit you. You can just stand there directly next to Crush during the rocks falling bit. At the very end. All those rocks don't hurt you.
Well, dork.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a
Did you
fawn,
meet the gym
you
cutters
dork.
in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir
Hard
too.
K.
They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What? Is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical.
Different
If you
points of the
collect enough
fucking
them,
game.
they can be used to defend
Oh yeah, completely. Okay. Am I going to attempt? I don't even know if I can start to attempt gulp skip.
Spyro's going to help
Also,
you guard the
Moneybag just going,
talisman.
I am?
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the
Okay.
Silver Forest.
So I don't even know if I can start to attempt gulp skip. I'll try the first part a couple times because the first part is
You can keep them in your bag.
getting up the ladder without paying Moneybags for climbing. And that is kind of difficult in itself.
You can't even keep track of your running
What
shoes.
clipping do you have
How
to
can we
do
trust
here?
you with 14
It's not clipping, it's a weird double jump with a flop at the end.
If you come
Huh.
across any orbs,
It's
they're
a series of
important. But I'll
weird
tell you
double
about that
jumps, really.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans.
So we gotta get up
rip
there.
a little Hotfoot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
I'm moving my stuff around so I can see your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I need another. I need an HDMI thing for mine, so I can see everything. Because I only
Yeah, fair.
I only have my tablet, and my tablet is connected, and it's currently taking up the other port.
Right. So the hard part here is I think you have to do a walking double jump, which means you have to basically go for the double jump, immediately stop, so it's neutral and you're not moving, and then you can go for the double jump, because obviously double jump doesn't work if you're actually holding a direction. So I have to be very careful here.
Because you'll enter in the.
I'll just
world.
do what I just did.
Yeah.
It's very jank.
So you.
Anybody?
Go ahead.
Hmm?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, anybody who actually does this trick and runs has my respect, because this is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Let me see here. I'm just gonna look at somebody doing it.
So you
Make
can
sure I'm in
get.
the right spot.
Fair enough.
Spyro, this is the home
Oh, I'm
of the
way
Summer
off.
Forest.
Okay.
There are portals to many of the Avalar
I want to be
worlds.
like up here.
Unfortunately,
and, like,
Ripto
running
has
into the
taken
wall
over the
doing it.
castle, and we need your help.
Ah,
Start
almost.
by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you go to.
So you know how we were talking about water and stuff for your thing, right?
Yeah, we're doing
So-
water.
This is the part right here.
Yeah.
And we looked, and we're like,
There are gems in the water. It's like, wait a minute.
"What? Wait a minute, what the fuck? Alright, why aren't you going down? Why is not the, why?
You gotta buy swimming underwater from Moneybags,
Oh, right.
500.
Right, that's right. I was like, wait a minute, why
You can
isn't it
swim,
working?
you just can't go
Yeah.
underwater.
Yeah, no, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh right, I'm not playing one of my repeated repeated ones.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You gotta actually do everything again.
I was also wondering about my passive control, or my active isn't working either. But, yeah, we seen that, and I was like, what if we have to? And all of a sudden, I nudged it, and I fell in. I was like, ah!
Yeah, you start screaming.
Oh! I fell.
Okay, where is he actually? Okay.
Oh, Spyro, I learned how to swim.
So the issue is I have to make sure that I'm high enough. But I also can't be too far, and unfortunately, the closer you are, the lower you are compared to the top of that. So,
Right.
oh, but Spyro learned how to swim. Yeah. I mean, they initially said in the manual there was a bit, and it's like, can dragons swim? And it was like, dragons can kind of swim. Spyro can kind of swim. He can like jump in the water and then jump out, but he takes damage.
Yep.
And he's since gotten much better at water. He's overcome his fear.
He's overcome his aquaphobia.
Yeah.
Or hydrophobia, whichever one you want to call it.
What's that one where it's like fear of being attacked by an ostrich in the middle of the ocean?
What?
There's a specific term for it. For being attacked by an ostrich in the middle of the ocean.
This is a very specific phobia.
It is. I gotta agree. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but I mean, phobias, I guess.
I guess. I mean, that's a very weird specific phobia.
Yes. I appreciate it for existing.
Yeah, you said that it was in the manual, right? Was it in the first one?
First book manual, I believe.
Right,
I might be thinking of a guide, I don't know.
Give me a second. I have my books.
Yeah, I might be thinking of a guide. That was really close.
Did you almost die?
No, I almost made it up.
No.
Hey, there we go. Get this orb while I'm at it, if the game lets me.
I have 2 copies of Spyro the Dragon, and the one didn't have a book. So I'm guessing that's the one that was my older one.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's usually how that works.
Well, it was just like at the peak of when people were selling the old games again.
Right.
So, let's see.
Okay. Oh, wait, is this the one where you have to do the weird flop thing to get up here? I should look up an actual explanation. I'm just watching World Record, who is, of course, doing it at, like, breakneck pace. Yeah, I think you might have to do the weird flop on this one. I want to be angled, like, here-ish?
I think it might actually be in one of the guidebooks you were saying.
Yeah. Or it might have been just straight up, like, an internet guide or something. I don't know.
Probably.
Like, early internet... I used to have a giant folder that was, like, 200 pages printed out of, like, a guide for the game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have an entire file for Dark Cloud 1 and 2.
I mean, that makes sense. Because that game is a mess.
Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, 2's not bad, but you have
2's better.
2 is better, but the thing with 2 is that they require a lot from you to recruit all those people that you need onto the train.
Right.
And it's very specific.
Spyro.
Hello there,
Like
Ricky, Dralnah, in
agile.
chat.
Let's
Hello!
try putting it to a test.
I
Hello.
wasted 60 pages of paper on a ton of ink printing on a guide for Final Fantasy VII for...
Ooh.
So, I was lucky enough for Final Fantasy VII that my cousin had the guide, so I borrowed it from him.
Now to make this next jump.
It was that
Yeah.
one, and then the Final Fantasy VIII, so...
Then press X again.
Yeah, the Prima guides. I mean, Prima guides were ultimately a racket to some extent.
Yeah.
But some of them were okay.
Dude, Kat, your dad was mad. My dad made me burn it all. My dad took me to the burn barrel and made me throw it in.
Alright, into the bucket.
Into the bucket it goes.
Okay, so...
It's
I think I have to
because
turn
was-
in...
I think it was because I was I was using the computer without permission. Not because I was using the printer. Because I was using the printer without permission. And I'm just like, okay, bye.
Alright then.
It's not like he could use the computer.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like 2 years old and I knew how to work the computer better than my dad did.
Yeah, my dad didn't know where the start button was. And we had to show him where the solitaire was.
Oops. I mean, sometimes that's all you need, let's be real.
That's all he wanted.
Yeah. Home computing at its finest.
Yep,
You do what you like
buddy.
with it.
God damn it. I don't care, Zoe. Oh, thank you for the 2 bits. It's a shave and a haircut. 2 bits.
Da, 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 da.
No tune can ignore the shave and haircut. Go watch Roger Rabbit. It's free on YouTube.
Yep. Yep.
You got ads,
Good movie.
but it's a great movie.
It's a good movie. Come on. The other thing is, like, Spyro 2 is probably the game when you're doing speedrun tricks that relies the most on the D-pad. Like, you're almost required to use the D-pad in most parts. Because the precision that you have to make movements.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't end up sticking with it very long.
I don't care about the Yeti. I just want to destroy shit.
I love the Yeti.
He's such a dumbass.
It's just like, how do we make this as goofy as possible? Oh boy, boss fights. Nope, no boss fights.
I thought it was gonna be a boss fight the first time I played it. And I was just like, oh. Well, that was anticlimactic.
It just sits there. I remember, like, peeking around the corner and looking, and I accidentally triggered the thing, and I was just like, oh, okay.
I should be able to open this door for you.
Alright then.
So I 100%ed this game first before I did Spyro 1. So it gave me the confidence to be able to, like, go and, you know, try to 100% it. And, of course, I owned that one over this one. And borrowing it from Sayaka all the time was not ideal.
Yeah.
But my mom wouldn't buy the game.
Oh.
So it was this one and Spyro 3. Because Sayaka's dad at the time worked at a game store, so he was able to get shit.
Yeah.
And so anytime there was like Spyro or Ratchet and Clank, I'd go to her house. Because, yeah, definitely going to be able to get it. Oh, hey. Hey.
Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this?
That's right. That's right. I remember why this one's hard.
I used to be really good at the first bit of Spyro 1, and then we had Resident Evil 2 and Tony Hawk, but no memory card. Oof.
Well, that just means you get good at it.
Yeah, that just means you get good. He's playing Resident Evil 2 on fucking hard mode.
Trying to explain to people that you need, like, I can only imagine how confusing that was at first. Like, having to explain to people that you need a separate memory card, because up to that point, everything had been on cartridges.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
You know?
robot. Dralnah's a robot.
Hello.
Reboot. Passwords and cards. Yep. And then there was, the Zelda ones that had the batteries inside of the cartridges to be able to save.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know
Well, I
that
mean,
those batteries do die.
yeah, I mean, every game that has, like, memory like that has batteries to keep the memory active.
Mm-hmm. Though, when I was doing my memory card stuff for the first time, I had one, and I had to share with my brother. And he would fill it up with junk.
Oh,
and
yeah.
mind you, the PlayStation was fucking mine.
Right.
And it was like, oh no, to be able to play with your sibling, you have to share.
I can do.
Oh, yeah, of course.
My
Because
mom
it's a
was
big, it's a big
mad.
expensive toy.
Yeah, it's a big expensive toy that was for me for Christmas, not him. And
Right,
he
but
would
you gotta
co-
share it now.
You gotta share it, even though he wouldn't share the fucking Genesis.
Nintendonesis.
Nintendo, Genesis, PlayStation. It's like my mom would call everything fucking Nintendo.
That one had to be hard. Literally, Nintendo made, like, things that said there is no such thing as a Nintendo. Like, you can go find them.
Yeah.
These, like, old ads, because, like, you gotta remember the way that Nintendo advertised in the 80s for the NES, they couldn't say it was video games, because the video game market had just crashed.
Yeah, they had to say it was a entertainment system.
Right. That's why it's called the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
And then as soon as video games became popular again, they realized that they could stop saying that, but everybody kept calling it a Nintendo because they've been calling it a Nintendo for like 5 years at that point.
Yeah. But, yeah, I had the one memory card that came with the PlayStation. It was the gray one. And then I was able to save up my allowance and go get my own other one, and my brother tried to fill that up as well, and I really hated him for it. Because he got into Siphon Filter 1, 2, 3, a couple other ones, and I was just like, can I please be able to play my Legend of Dragoon in peace?
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, Legend of Dragoon also takes up a fair amount of space.
Legend of Dragoon takes up only one.
Oh, is it one? Okay.
Yeah, it's just one block.
I guess it's a more linear game than I'm thinking of, too.
Yeah,
so.
The thing that takes up 2 to 3 blocks is Digimon, World 3.
Yeah, fair.
That one takes up that much.
I didn't have a ton of problems with space, but I mean, most of what I was playing was just like Spyro and Crash, so.
Yeah, I didn't really play a lot of Crash.
Crash is interesting.
Oh, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it's a very different sort of thing, though.
Yeah, it's a very different experience. True, the story of the. I had RPG Maker 1 and ended up with 2 memory cards for it. Oh god. When I had to play fucking Animal Crossing and it took up a whole entire space.
Yeah.
But I was lucky and Zach's dad gave me a memory card.
Nice.
Like, this memory card, you could fill whatever you up. It was like one of the max ones.
Yeah, one of the big ones.
So I had more room. So I was able to put more shit on it. I don't know where it is at. I'm a retro game with focus on PS1 and oh, hey, cool, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just goofing.
Yeah,
I was trying to do some speedrun stuff, but I really don't feel like doing gulp skip, because even once I get past that bit, it just gets more finicky.
Right.
There's all sorts of other stupid stuff in that trick.
The only one I want to try is the one for Dragon Shores, to get into Dragon Shores.
Oh yeah, we can do the Dragon Shores one's not, like, it takes a little bit to set up, but it's not that bad.
It seems easier.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, you don't really have to unfreeze these guys. You can actually double jump across here.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard, but you can do it. I think it has to be a walking double jump.
But speaking of that memory card situation with Legend of Dragoon, so I had to share the game with my brother, and so he was not good at RPGs, like fucking terrible. He beat the game though with a level 27 dart, level 25, level 27 dart, and everybody else was max. And he beat the game only because Dart got possessed and was berserk. And
oh, nice.
I just seen him kill Melbu from him. I'm like, you motherfucker. Even Blunt or Space. I hated the gulp skip. Oh,
yeah, Blunt hates gulp skip so much. Blunt, shout outs to Blunt Bows for just putting up with this game's bullshit. This game as a speed game, this is one of those games where I keep looking at it, I'm like, this is a really cool speed game. I would not want to run this category. I would run 14 Tally. Something that doesn't involve this thing. Shoutouts to Blumpos, though.
Yeah, you just showed me a bunch of speedrunners that I think is pretty cool. Because the only speedruns I usually paid attention to was like the ones that Awesome Games Done Quick and whatnot, GDQ.
Yeah. And I think it's how a lot of people get introduced.
Yeah. And I think it was mostly Zelda ones and fuck off. And I always everybody watches the Super Metroid.
Yeah, everybody watches Super Metroid. There's a bunch of I think one of my more I just like watching the goofy ones. I like watching weird games that people don't like typically run, that don't take ages because of it, you know. Because there's nothing like a game that takes 40 hours to speed run through.
Yeah, I mean, I only ever do personal best times.
Yeah, I mean that's how you should do speedrunning.
Right.
Like it's not worth looking at like world records or whatever. It's
no, because
what can you do?
Frustrated.
Yeah, it's all it's gonna do, and you're not gonna get any better because of it. Like you can look at what other people are doing and try and implement tricks and stuff, but like don't like start comparing yourself to world record. Like literally was talking about. I literally talk about that in the video that I released today.
Yes, and I have it pinned on my stream.
I saw that. I appreciate it.
No problem. Everybody go watch that video. It's very good. I watched it all.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, just like you were talking about, I forget his name. He was Deo. Oh man, you say he's been doing that for like every single. What the fuck? Pick the damn puck up. Give your balls a tug.
Could be worse. It could be cat hockey.
God. Oh, I didn't get 5.
You must focus.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's like you were saying about him, is that he's been doing it for like 2 years to get that, what was it? Oh,
he broke a minute barrier.
Okay. And that's still impressive because you're cutting down time. Thank you, Kat, for redoing that.
Bentley boxing. I love Bentley boxing. It's so horribly done. Literally every speedrunner I've ever watched do Spyro 3 hates it. The world record holder does not like it.
The ones I hate on here is obviously the Alchemist. I hate that fucking one.
Alchemist is pretty bad. It's much better if you do Dragon Shores. So yeah,
that's why I want to do Dragon Shores first.
Just get Talismans and Autumn Plains and Winter Tundra. You don't even have to get the Winter Tundra ones. We can do that later.
Yeah. Oh no. But that and the Crystal Cave race with Hunter. That one's pretty bad. I do not.
That one can get annoying.
I mean, I know the trick. You have to go where Hunter's going, because then you'll pick up
you
on
just
his...
juke him out of it, yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's what you can do, but sometimes he, like, fakes you out.
It's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes he'll fake you out, or some bullshit. I mean, I think my personal best for Spyro 2 was, like, 3 hours?
That's not terrible, honestly.
I was gonna try with Spyro 3, and then it took me I was just like, nope.
No. Good, okay. Entry-level speedrunners in Spyro 3 take like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's...
6 to 8 hours.
It became fucking massive. And
it's a long...
I went, nope, and I was just like, I'm going back to Spyro 2.
Yep. It's too long.
Don't get me wrong, Spyro 3 is a great game, but
sure.
It's fucking long if you want to speedrun it.
Yeah. It's also just an annoying speedrun.
Yeah. There's a lot of extra games that you have to do.
If you're not doing 117%, because 117% is basically just play through the game normally as quickly as you can. But if you're doing like any percent, the entire game is just nothing but game-breaking glitches, and it's hilarious. But like, man.
Time zone's East Coast. Oh, good.
Yeah, we're on the East Coast. So, you're Central Europe then? Yeah, so 6 hours behind.
Yeah.
We're 6 hours behind you. It's 1600. Where are you from, bud? France? I would imagine with the name, but maybe Spain. Or Portugal. I'm not certain. Everyone watches here's 1545. I have not. I don't typically watch the 1545s because it just looks like torture. Anybody who doesn't know what 1545 is, you're running like most of the 3D Mario games.
Oh boy. That sounds like fun.
Let me pull up the whole list of things. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so it's a relay race.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of games. Where's the rules?
Spyro.
just want to see which games are in it. Just show me the game.
Oh, okay, I guess I got it.
Here we go. Okay, so it's Crash 3.
Okay.
Banjo-Kazooie. Crash 1. Crash 2. This is just out of order because I guess that's the order that they're playing them in.
Okay.
So all the original Crash trilogy, Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, which is already a 5-hour game.
Oh god.
Super Mario 64. Spyro 2. Yeah, all 3 Spyro games. Both Super Mario Galaxy games, Sunshine, and Banjo-Tooie. So it's Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Super Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1, and Galaxy 2. All 3 Crash games, all 3 Spyro games. Yeah, it's a long thing.
Yeah, and I've never played a Banjo-Kazooie game.
It's okay. It's another platformer.
Yeah.
It's got its own thing going on. Like,
It was a collectathon.
yeah, at a certain point, it's like there's just a bunch of collectathon platformers, and not that any of them are bad necessarily, but like
No,
there's only so much you can really do with a lot of them, even if they are good games. Like, it's part of why Yooka-Laylee didn't take off, I would imagine, despite that being hyped up.
Oh, among other things like Dralnah.
There were other issues with that game, but like,
I heard that Evil Lair is actually pretty good.
there's some good indie ones.
Bruh, what? Bruh, what?
Bruh.
Bruh.
Okay, there's a Skillless Badlands Talisman. I'll come back and do all the other stuff later.
Bruh.
Bruh. Oh, I love this one.
That was to the list of games. Oh, okay. I was like, bruh, what?
You know, it's a long list. Now, mind you, it's a relay race.
Right.
So it's like, oh, this was a stacked fucking team. What the hell?
Billy Bust Up. I've never heard of that. Anyway, Dad, moving on. Give me a Tails. Give me a Tails.
Yeah, there was like a different person for every single run in that relay race. But also Saboom was on the Spyro team, so I can't really... It was Saboom. I miss that man. I used to have his Snapchat, and God bless him, he just would like post like this weird like philosophical ramblings. You could tell he was probably high on weed. Like he'd just go off for like 3 minutes on something. And I always loved him for it. He was great, but it was something to try and listen to.
I just looked over on your screen and you're at fucking Harvard.
I'm literally just doing talismans and like grabbing a couple gems.
Because I hate that level.
I like this level.
I mean, I only hate the trolley because trouble with the trolley, eh? Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Yeah. Trouble with the trolley, eh? You want me to show you how to get on there without the trolley?
Yes, I'm paying attention to this.
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute. I haven't done this in ages. Snapchat is a very weird app on Nowhere. I don't know what to say about it other than just it's a very strange app.
Yeah, my brother uses Snapchat, but I haven't been on it in a long time.
I'm on there occasionally. I have to say, if you're on there for anything other than just talking to people that you know, it's terrible. It's an awful, horrible app that just feels really weird. Oh, do I gotta do a clan proxy to get up there? Because that's gonna be a pain. Can I do a clan proxy? Maybe? No. I'm just thinking here for a minute.
Yeah, I used to be one of those people pie that you sent weird things to.
Yeah, Snapchat's just sending weird stuff to people. That's the peak like way to use it, honestly.
And then each time I had somebody on my phone, they would like, oh yeah, you're missing out now. I mean, probably. I used to have, anytime I'd have my work people, they would ask me if I wanted to add them. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, you just say no. Well, it's like, it's for very specific stuff, I would say.
I had it on there, and when people were like, "Oh yeah, you want to be my friend on like Snapchat or Facebook?" I was like, "Unless you become cool with a lot of things, I don't know."
Yeah, exactly.
Because
I don't know if I can do this with the clams.
I don't post a lot anymore on Facebook or anything. I just don't really care.
I deleted my Facebook a few years ago.
I think
Come on, that was close.
I think the most I have Facebook on is just so if my family needs anything.
Yeah, that seems like it's what a lot of people have it for nowadays. I just refuse. Same reason I'm not going to get on Threads. Same reason I'm not going to make a Snap or an Instagram for my photography.
Don't do Instagram. It's not good.
It's bad. That's the thing. I missed out on a lot of the like heydays of these social media apps as well.
Well, I did Instagram a bit, and I have a bunch of people on there, but it's just like sometimes they just fell off and they don't really care. It's just like
yeah,
now
exactly.
Twitter is terrible for artwork.
Oh, Twitter's terrible for everything.
Oh yeah, it's Twitter.
Artists are getting fucked over, but like everybody is too. Like I'm watching the artist stuff happen, but all of it is just terrible. You gotta like Sproder. What the hell?
Oh, are you talking about the skip?
Yeah, you can get up here. There we go. And then you can get up here. There we go. And then you can double jump over to the end of the level and just ignore the rest of the level.
That's how you do it.
That's it. That's how Spyro works now. Not on any social media. Good, you're better off for it, honestly.
Yeah. Mastodon. Aren't you on Mastodon?
I'm on Mastodon, yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. I just remember that because it's on your tree.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about the only thing. That and the Snapchat. And if you want to add me on Snapchat, you better fucking, like, I better recognize you. Else I'm not putting you on there. Can you do it from here? Maybe you can get on top of the trolley from here.
Looks like it's short.
Not quite.
Wait.
I'm glad that
Evil spirit isn't gone. It was giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'll tell you that. I love that line. Giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Spyro, I've lost my pencil.
Can you help me find it? Did Kenny do Hit the Professor too?
Huh. Yeah, I believe he did.
Okay.
It's very similar to the SpongeBob voice.
Yeah, it's mostly identical when you go for the trolls as well.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I am missing 5. Where are these last 5?
Hi, Moneybags. I regretfully have to pay you for this because I don't feel like trying to figure out how to do Gulp Skip. Or Climb Skip, because Climb Skip is like half of Gulp Skip.
Okay, I think I remember now.
Yeah, Mastodon. It's alright, I like Mastodon well enough. It's like, there's obviously issues with it, but there's issues with basically any social media platform.
Yeah.
I might try out Blue Sky if it comes out of beta. I don't care enough to try and get an invitation.
Right now, all I have is my Twitter. I don't use Instagram anymore. Because I rightfully gave that up. I mean, I have it, but I didn't like delete it or anything.
Yeah. I just don't think that, like, the only reason I would use social media anymore really would be for like promoting photography stuff. Which is what my Mastodon's for right now.
There we go.
And if that never, like, grows to be, like, a huge point, then fine. I'm not that worried about it.
Right.
How do you do the skip for Scorch? I don't even remember what you do in this level.
Oh, fuck that flag keeper.
Oh, yeah, no, it's terrible. The flag keeper's awful.
I hate that one. If you ever want to have Sayaka get pissed off, it's at that one and the Alchemist.
The Alchemist is just bad.
Yeah.
It's just, it sucks because, like, it could have been fine.
Yeah, it could have been alright.
But, like, they had to change the camera angle on you to make it top-down so that you can... But that also inherently limits your view. Right. Which I think is the point. But also, it limits your view a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what they do in Scorch.
Move my thing over. Now I can pay money bags for the swimming.
Hello there.
Yeah, just take my money, asshole.
Shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my money, dickhead. Now I can do Colossus. Not
Okay,
Colossus, Idle Springs. That's the one I mean. Oh god, when Rivera's playing this, I was just like, no! Don't go in there yet! And he went in there.
See, I just don't care about 100%ing things first time through. I mean, like, I care about it in the sense that, like, it's a waste of time a lot of the time. It feels annoying.
It's just fun times.
Yeah.
It was just my tick. It was just like, no!
Yeah. I'm gonna just start doing runs of things with the intent of pissing people off. Doing things in very wrong ways.
I know we've mentioned it before, but thing that really drives my anxiety up is when Sayaka does low ammo runs on Ratchet and Clank.
That's valid.
Even in Reignited, Fracture Hills achievement are so... Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like the achievements in those ones because they're really, really annoying. But yeah, she does low ammo runs on Ratchet and Clank 1 through 3. And I'm just sitting there like, please just buy something. Please just... Oh, and you just left. You just left the store. Okay. Alright.
It's just Resident Evil at that point, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. And she picks up what she uses what she picks up.
Alright, guys. It's time for the funny level.
Yeah, but we can't hear the music.
I know.
Because Linux.
Somebody play the bagpipes.
Yeah, somebody play bagpipes.
Just till the end of the level, just keep playing it.
It's just they're gonna be stacked back to back.
I mean, that's what it looks like in the speed run.
Yeah.
In the speed run, literally. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we got 5 of them. And they say thank you for releasing me. That's a throwback to Spyro 1, definitely.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Also the pigs dancing.
That's the best part.
Very Scottish. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta do lava cone. Terrible level.
Yeah.
I don't hate lava cone, but it's very odd in its design. The hills are alive, and I'm dying now. Oh, I get to show off the funny!
With the sound of, I'm dead!
I got to show off the funny. I'm happy. Fuck off. Sorry, it's 6 of them, not 5. It's great.
God, I hate doing these puzzles. I completely forget what to do.
This one, if you have it back in its original position, all you have to do is hit, I think, the 4 corners, and it just does it. I don't know how to reset it if you mess it up, but...
I think I have to talk to him again.
Yeah. But I think you can just hit the 4 corners.
Like in any order, or...?
Yeah.
The most
I believe so.
duck level. Got it.
Wow, Spyro, you did it!
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm a genius. I did it, guys.
Oh no! Alright, Fracture Hills Talisman.
Yay!
We did it, guys. We freed the satyr who didn't really care about being freed.
Yep. She was just in there for some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm really glad that they changed in Spyro 2 Reignited is that they got rid of the Valley Girl voice.
That's fair. I mean, I
I
get it. Yeah, it's goofy.
It's that, and it was of its time.
8 orbs needed to open that door, huh? What if I just go around? You ever thought about that one?
What if I just not
Fuck
do
you,
that?
Professor.
Fuck the system. Aw, shit.
Oh, we're doing fish.
Yeah,
we're doing fish. This is the only part in the run that's super RNG.
Yeah,
When you
because-
speedrun the game,
Yep.
you will lose 20 seconds on fish in the middle of an otherwise perfectly fine run.
Yep. Oh, fuck.
Magma Cone was another level that I think got demoed. Like they used it as a demo level. Which, this was a weird choice for a demo level, I'll admit.
Yeah, it's not really that good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It shows a lot of the... What it does is it showcases... Because one of the big things with Spyro was like how, not just like the technical aspect of having different levels of detail for your models, so being able to show a lot more on screen,
Right.
but also just like having like interactive world bits, like shoving
Yeah.
people into the things here.
Shoving people's in, climbing, being able to like fly from place to place. It's that kind of stuff that you didn't have in 1 that much.
Yeah, you didn't see a ton of it. Like in 1, you occasionally saw some enemies interacting with each other, but it wasn't very often.
Yeah, alright.
Okay,
Fish are gone.
Fish done.
Fish done.
Doing this level without climb is hilarious because you basically just ignore the whole level.
Really?
Oh yeah, you can just like double jump out of bounds and then end up over at the volcano pretty quickly.
So, moneybags, what if I don't pay you?
Consider. No elevator required. Yeah, you can just do this. And if you're really good, you don't even need this flight thing, I think, and you can just double jump it. Also, we're not doing we're not doing the party guys.
Those medals.
We're not doing Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. There's like some levels in this where I'm just like, ugh. And I love this game, but some of them are just like, why? Like, I don't know how much I still feel about like them just doing 2 cavemen levels back to back. And one's
Yeah, that
just,
was weird.
One's just frozen, one's just the hot level.
And they both have the same voice.
Yes.
Hello, Spyro.
George, you found my pet leopard.
Yeah.
Oh, I
George and the bone dance. Fun fact: there's a category extension in Spyro. Well, it's Spyro 2 and 3. It's just called Bone Dance. It's
Really?
literally just doing the bone dance bits in Spyro 2 and 3. So you do the you just start the game from fresh file, and as quickly as you can get to
the bone guy.
get to the bone guy in both games, and that's it.
That's a weird category.
There's a lot of weird category extensions. There's alphabetical dragons in Spyro 1, where you do every dragon in alphabetical order.
Wow, that takes a lot. Holy shit.
It's so much, and you can fuck it up so easily.
No, if you just forget like where one dragon is, and then or just like
Yeah.
mistaking the one person.
Okay, how do we get into...
Best parts
Shady
of
Oasis.
Spyro speedruns, no money bags. Yep.
Yes, best part about Spyro speedruns, 100%. Okay, that's that. How do I get into Shady Oasis? Do we just pay money bags?
Probably. Shady Oasis is blocked out, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that one you do have to pay money bags. You can get away without paying money bags in any percent, though. Very easily. Or I think you might also do it in 100%, because in 100% you basically, the first part of any percent is just, or the first part of 100% is just any percent, because when you watch the final cutscene in Dragon Shores, you get most of the power-ups from the game. Like, the game just automatically flags that you got all those power-ups, even if you didn't actually pay for them.
Ha! That's funny.
Yeah, just weird, goofy nonsense stuff.
Probably because you would be getting the gems back at that point, so...
Yeah.
Because when you go through Dragon Shores, you get all those gems, so...
Right.
Because Hunter beats up moneybags.
Anyway, we're back in Scorch now. I need to stop the monkeys at the Avalar Zoo. No. I need gems.
Shut up, Hunter! Give me gems! Well, okay, I need to do the hula gears anyway, so whatever.
I could go do, Country Speedway? Or is it Country? Or is it Ocean? I don't remember.
It's, Metropolis.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think it's Metropolis Speedway, and I'm trying to... There's 2 in that level, I think.
Yeah.
And the other one is, Ice Caverns, I believe.
That's right, yeah, because that's where you end the run.
Yeah.
Because you do all... You go see the cutscene, get all your power-ups, beat Ripto, to get... Because the only power-up you don't get from watching the cutscene in Dragon Shores is, when you beat Ripto, Sparks gets an increased gem pickup range. And that's the only one that doesn't... You don't get it from the cutscene. So you do that.
I gotta adjust my controller real quick because it's being stupid. Controller being stupid, heaven forbid.
Imagine. Still using that steering wheel.
That's funny. I actually still have that steering wheel, so don't laugh.
Was it a PS2 steering wheel?
It's PS1.
Okay. I was gonna say, if it's PS2 steering wheel, I'll take it because that's Gran Turismo material.
I mean, it would still work. It still worked for it.
Yeah.
No, it does not like my right analog. Yeah, my right one. I'm gonna have to test it out to see if there's a problem with it or not.
Hey, here's a question, because I don't remember. Spyro 2 Reignited, did they take out the guns from the guys in Scorch?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know they took them out from Spyro 1 Twilight Harbor.
Yes, they did, because
that one made me sad.
I was just like, wait a minute, I remember them having fully automatic weapons.
This ain't Splatoon.
Yeah, this isn't Splatoon.
No, they just had guns. It was just Call of Duty.
Straight up, they had fucking guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yay,
So that's 400 for that.
Hula girls are committing genocide.
Hey, I don't know if it's genocide if it's only one thing.
I
guess if it's the last of its kind.
Yeah.
But like...
The girl's brain dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle.
Hi, Professor. Bye, Professor.
Just give me the damn orb, woman. And she's gonna go on her thing to, I think it's Dragon Shores? I don't know. Colossus. I think she's going
they say they're going on a vacation to Colossus or something. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Shady Oasis time.
Oh boy.
But yeah, getting that video, I have been sitting on that video for like 2 weeks.
It was a good video.
It's been done for 2 weeks. Like I edited, like reviewed, checked everything, rendered it twice. The only reason that I didn't have it out is because Google accounts are awful and annoying.
Right, you were saying your Google was being stupid.
So yeah, I started a new account with a different email for this one, and they wanted email verification. Which I didn't have set up on that account. And then after I had set up, after I signed in on a different phone, or on my phone, because they needed like a consistent thing, and they don't trust my computer that runs Linux because nobody does. They wouldn't let that be like the trusted account that's been signed in for like a week. You have to have the account signed in for a week, and then you have to do a one-time verification where you just show them your ID or let them take a picture of your face.
Ugh.
And then you can use all the advanced features on YouTube and post videos over 15 minutes and all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna dread it when I decide one day that I need to switch my phones.
Yeah,
I have
definitely.
I have a Samsung 21 Ultra, and that's a pretty big beast for right now. I know they have 23 coming out, but I don't need that right now.
Right.
And
I'm still on a Google Pixel 4a. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here one time talking to Apricot about it. It's like, I have a phone that's better than the fucking laptop I bought. And the laptop I bought is like a couple years old now.
Right.
So it's yeah, just give me the fucking talisman. But yeah, it's a good phone. I like it, but my problem is that I just get bored with it. It's very hard to find cases for them too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm honestly, next phone, I don't even know what I want to do with it. Like, I don't
tell
use
you
my
one
phone
thing.
for.
I am not getting anything Apple.
Oh yeah, no, not getting anything Apple. I'm tired of Apple products. Everybody else in my family uses Apple stuff, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like Apple because of how much money you have to sink into them.
Yeah, they're expensive, and there's a bunch of like proprietary stuff that they make you do. Mind you, they have to get rid of the Lightning port now in European countries, which means that they're probably getting rid of them in the U.S. countries for the most part as well.
Yep. As a
but,
person
like,
who had to sell those fucking things, they're terrible.
Yeah, they're overpriced, as with all Apple products. Not to say that like, don't get me wrong, you get a MacBook Pro, you're good for a while. It ain't gonna cause you issues. Like, they're decent tech, but like, it's overpriced for. You're paying more for it than you should.
Yeah. Because when I was selling those things, I would look at those. Yeah, the cameras on them are really nice.
Yep.
But if you look at like the Samsung S ones, a lot less money. And
It's indistinguishable.
It's indistinguishable. Yeah, and there's more fucking room on it, and you're
Well,
able
that's the
to
thing,
put more shit into an Android phone than you would for an Apple phone.
Right. Well, the other thing with Apple is that like they very much want you to use their iCloud storage system. I don't want to have everything on a cloud storage system like that. If I do, then I want it to be on like my own storage typically, if I can help it.
I mean, I understand why kind of they want to do that is because of the storage for like your phone stuff and whatnot, so you'll have an account with them, whatever. But a thing that makes it moot is switch information.
Just give me an SD card.
Yeah, no, not an SD card. It's the information switching programs that they have now. It's like you can just set it that it is an Apple phone going to an Android.
Yeah.
And just straight up takes all the phone numbers, all your accounts, as long as you log into them, onto the new phone.
Right.
And Samsung, even if you just hook it up with like a USB-C to a Lightning one, it'll just transfer all the data.
Right.
It's like, so you're moot, dude. And most of the stuff you have is just basically people who don't want to switch over to you. And I just don't like it. I hate Apple phones. I hated selling the son of a bitches.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. There's specific people that want that sort of thing. I don't want it.
It kind of feels like an exclusive thing. Like, oh, I have an
It is.
Apple phone. I'm
well
off. And
they're selling the brand as much as they are the phones.
Yeah, most of the people that usually got Apple phones were like really elitist, pompous people.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it's just kind of how it is.
Well, me who's just like, you would probably want an Android yada yada yada, and they're just like, no, I want an Apple phone because my friend says it's good. I'm like, but I'm a salesperson that's been working here for a couple weeks now.
Right.
And I've been trained.
Right.
I think I know which one is better, but customers always write bullshit, so I gotta shut up. I hated it. I hated every second of it. I'm so glad I'm not into selling phones anymore.
Yeah, no, it's just not. I hate dealing with I hate having to deal with the public.
Yes, I hated it in retail as well.
Yep.
Like,
I only ever had to do like food service stuff for the most part. Most of the time I was back in the kitchen, but I did work register when I was at my parents' place, and it was just, I didn't hate it. Like, most people who came in there were fine, but it wasn't particularly great.
I was mostly stocking, and one of my first job was working at Dollar Tree, and I hated that because they would try to make you, oh, you need to get 16 people to buy stuffed toys for this, this, and this. It's like, why?
Yeah, it's meeting sales quotas and shit like that. Like, I hate that.
I hated doing that, and
cannot stand it.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of get that I was seasonal, because I don't really want to be there anyway. And
right.
Second job, I worked in an outlet store, which they put me directly on furniture, and I was like, okay.
Great.
Okay. That was okay, but they wanted you to look like you were busy while you're standing there waiting for people to come.
That's
like,
the problem.
It's like there's
it's
so
an optics thing.
It's so many times that you could walk around, clean things, and I got so bored one time, I counted my fucking steps.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, it's so, they're so concerned about optics and all that they want you to look busy no matter what.
If you can clean, you can clean.
Yeah, and it's like
that's what my one manager said, and I was just like, there's only so much I can clean in this place.
That's the thing. Even when I was working as a like as a cook, like as a line cook, where you couldn't see, like you definitely couldn't see us. They would still like want us to be constantly working, and if we were just standing around, like the boss had cameras up and he would watch the cameras even when he wasn't there, when he was like at his fucking house. He had like the cameras hooked up on a CCTV network that would like look into his house.
I had a manager for a gas station that used to do that.
Yeah, and it was just like, really, dude? You're gonna sit here and tell me, like, he'd have the managers come up and tell us that we needed to be doing stuff. I was like, at one point, I just, like, as soon as he came in, I was like, Lenny, I want to sit down and talk with you for a second. We have been sitting here and cleaning, okay? Trust me. If there's anything we could do that wasn't the cleaning, we would do it. But there ain't much to do, so that's why we're standing around.
Ket just said a lot of stuff. If you can lean, you can clean, they say when lunch rush ends and you're still trying to catch your breath. Depending on where you live, it's illegal to use CCTV for management purposes.
This is true.
Anything.
Unfortunately, that's not the case where I'm at.
Yeah. You live in a different state.
Uh-huh. You know, and I don't care, frankly. Yeah. It was a bunch of small business owners that... Lenny was terrible.
Yeah,
it's all...
When I worked at the gas station, I had, what was it? They were watching on there, but for some reason, the one manager's son was trying to prove I was a bad worker.
Some people just get weird about it.
Mind you, at this time, I was still working at school stuff. Like, I was going for my art degree, and he's just like, he came in one time, I had my laptop open, it was playing Batman, mind you, because I just wanted something to, like, once in a while I have to hear somebody talk. Right. And he just like, came on in, and I was getting the bucket ready so I can, like, mop the floors while I'm doing stuff. And he's just, like, taking pictures of the counter and everything, and I had it on the back part of the counter. Like, nobody can reach his shit unless you walk around, take it, and leave. And he's just taking pictures of shit, and I'm just like,
hi, Spyro.
What are you doing here? It's like, oh, I was just taking pictures for Mom for something. I'm just like, yeah, okay. Fuck off.
Sure. You know, people are... It's weird. I don't get it. It's this whole thing about, like...
It's the thing,
constantly needing to work, and...
I was telling the manager at the time, and I was just like... Blank, you know I have schoolwork that's due at 12 o'clock at midnight, and you have me working there from 4 to 10. If I don't work on it, that leaves me an hour to try to get this fucking schoolwork done. I'm not doing that. And she's like, yeah, I know, that's why you have your laptop. So then why was your son trying to do that? I don't know, but I can tell you one thing, he is fired. She's like, okay, you fired your son. Go. Awesome.
You know what? Cheers.
We don't have to go through this conversation.
It's like, you're really... I'm glad that you're not, you know, dealing with your son being a shitty rat.
He was a shithead. I hated him. I hated that. Gas station was fine up until like they needed me for like every single weekend because people kept on quitting.
Sure.
Because their hire rate was insane.
Yeah, the turnover rate's nuts.
But now they've set up
Hi, SpongeBob.
So, I'm gonna try and do a trick here. Is this gonna work? No.
Oh, are you trying to double jump one in?
I think there's a
No, I'm trying to proxy off of them. So basically, for anybody who's wondering, Spyro, when he's charging in these games, it's a little bit hard to explain. So most enemies have a solid hitbox. I can't walk into the clam or the oyster or whatever it's supposed to be.
Right.
I
think it's.
But I can charge into him. And that doesn't stop me. So when, and this is more of a thing in Spyro 1, I don't know how relevant this is to Spyro 2, but I think it's the same mechanic.
I mean, they didn't really change too much from 1 and 2.
Well, it's a different engine,
Oh,
which is why I think that it might be different. But basically, the little like oysters, or like anything in the game, like when you charge it, Spyro becomes sort of intangible for a bit. And what that lets you do is it lets you get into enemies' hitboxes, so that when it's in its dying state, like when it's falling over like that, it's also solid. So what you can do is you can charge into it, and if you charge into it right, and then let go of the charge button at the right time, you will clip into the model and then shoot yourself sky high because the game is trying to get you out of that model. And this game, instead of just teleporting you to a different spot, uses momentum. Uses like physics, like an impulse, like a force to push you out of it. So that's how proxies work for the most part. You just get yourself jammed in somewhere where the game goes, hey, you can't be there, and then it tries to yeet you out of it as soon as it can.
Get out of there!
Basically.
But yeah, back to talking about Spyro instead of shitty work ethics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know as much about Spyro 2, but I think it's the same mechanic. I could be wrong.
I am unsure. As I just play game and it's fun.
Game fun.
Game fun. Just like when you were younger and you were just happy to have a game to be able to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was funny, I was at I was talking with somebody, while we were at it was a concert, I guess, kinda. It was basically just like a club that like had a DJ running, and the DJ was just the main attraction of the night, pretty much. They marketed it as a proper like concert, but it really wasn't. And I was just sitting there, I was talking about how the DJ, you know, as a DJ, you're supposed to control the energy and wherever you're at, you know? You're supposed to like make sure that you like have the right flow of songs and the right music playing so that people can they have a chance to take a break and go get drinks or anything, but they also have they also have energy that they can
come back.
Yeah, they have music they can come back and dance to. Yeah. And they just looked at me and went, you know, I'd call you a wet blanket if we were anybody else, if both of us were anybody else. And I'm like, yeah. I just like explaining shit like that. I think that's cool.
No, it's interesting. It's just
yeah. It's not like, you know...
I would be a horrible DJ because I am very selective about the music I play. And the music I
don't think that's a bad thing.
No, it's just like some other times I go, yeah, I'm going to listen to this song 8 times in a row. Maybe I'll break 100.
Yeah.
And especially when I'm like, when I'm drawing at the same time. I remember exactly, is like, I was drawing something and... I was listening to Come a Little Bit Closer like 5,000 times. Then it became my most favorited Spotify song.
Also great.
Yeah. And Spotify's like, are you okay?
You've been listening to this on repeat for the past 16 hours. Are you still alive?
Yeah, it's just like, are you alright? It's like, what was it when I was listening to Pink Floyd The Wall. And my friend sent me this thing to like have this program judge your music, and they're just like, "You've been listening to Pink Floyd The Wall a lot. Are you okay?" I'm just
Good.
like, "I'm fine.
This is fine.
I'm okay." But then this program that thinks that I'm like a stan for Pink Floyd, I'm like, no, I just like The Wall.
The Wall's a good album.
And it's just like, that's the only one I want to listen to.
You should listen to, I don't know, Dark Side of the Moon.
I had Dark Side of the Moon.
It's a good album.
Yeah, my dad used to weld to Pink Floyd.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
I mean, some people smoke weed, other people's weld, I guess.
It's still smoking. You're just smoking metal at that point.
Yeah, just smoking the metal. But yeah, I think it asked me that and asked me why I'm listening to Rammstein so much. It's like, because I like Rammstein.
Yeah, fair.
It's like, could you not judge me on this one, asshole? But then they said, like,
what does that really mean about you?
What does that mean about you? Get in the motherfucking thing, dickhead.
Then you got me listening to, like, Diablo Swing Orchestra and stuff, and it's like, I don't know what this music is.
I remember when I was working at the phone store, I used to have High Lung playing.
Uh-huh.
And my boss came in right when it was playing, and he's just like, what the fuck are we listening to? And I went, High Lung. And he goes, I don't know what this is, but it sounds very odd.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when you're working in a store, it's like, you're supposed to listen to, like, you know, music that people can listen to on a regular basis. And I'm like,
I was listening
yeah,
to
but I fucking hate pop music.
Yeah. I made that one whole list for my Spotify just so I could, like, have something. But I was putting music on I don't even like. Like, I was just remembering ones that my mom liked, and I would just go on from that. So some of my Spotify was just, this one playlist was just for work. So I had to separate, like, my Rammstein, my, all my Euro metal and shit.
Right.
And it was just like, And now, since I don't work there anymore, I just joined it all together.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I just stopped using Spotify. Like, I don't have premium anymore. I only have Hulu because my dad watches stuff on Hulu. I just started using... I literally... What was it? Last March or April, whenever I got my tax return back, I would just like, fucking, I'm buying a CD player, and I just started buying a shit ton of CDs.
I've been using Spotify mostly, so I don't carry a CD player or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, and that's fair too. I just got tired of the whole, like,
paying for stuff.
Well, paying for it.
Don't have ads.
Yeah, paying for not having ads, and, like, you know, yeah, being able to explore music is nice, but ultimately I wasn't using that much anyway, and if I really want to listen to music, I'll just use a CD, or I'll rip everything and put it on my phone, because I can just do that still.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, for a while, when I had my original Samsung, like, I had a Samsung Auto Prime or whatever the hell it was. And I put, like, a whole bunch of Queen songs on it, and that's what I was listening to when I was, like, working in the back in a cook place.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, this is nice. And then I'm just like, I want more.
Yeah.
I mean, on my Spotify right now, I have, like, thousands of songs. So it's kind of like, I don't think I'll be able to fit that all on my phone, and I don't kind of want to.
I mean, thousands of songs still only takes up maybe, like, a few gigabytes most of the time.
God, I remember when I had my my iPod Nano, because that was the only thing I had that was Apple, and boy howdy did that thing crash so much.
That's the other thing. Like,
iTunes crashed
iPods were
all
good.
the time.
Yeah, iTunes definitely is just a buggy program. I like the iPods, honestly, but that's about the only Apple product I've ever really, like, appreciated fully, I think.
Yeah, I have these one headphones that I was using for when I'm mowing mostly, because when I mow I'm on the riding mower and it's loud and annoying. I don't know when I bought them. I might have got them from work, acquired. Cough, cough.
Yep.
I mean, they were giving shit away, so they're just like, take it, we don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been working pretty well for a long time. So I'm not even bothering with getting anything new.
Yeah, I've got a pair of earbuds. I paid like probably $70 for them. They're not wireless. They're just made out of metal and really solid and have good acoustics. That was like probably 3 or 4 years ago for when I was doing cook stuff, and I realized that I really needed to have music in because I fucking hated working there.
Yeah.
I ended up just like keeping those and using them for like I use them for streams and stuff because I usually like to wear my hat while I stream.
Yeah. Oh, those ones that you have all the time.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, the gray ones.
Yeah.
Those are like aluminum casing on the outside, and they're pretty solid. I've just been using those for ages, but whenever I'm not streaming, if I need like really good sound quality, which I do for like when I'm doing audio mixing for videos or music or anything.
Yeah.
I did have a pair of headphones. It was some Sony studio headphones I got last year for like $100. And then I got another pair just now that are, I was talking about them during Monster Hunter a couple weeks ago.
Oh, the backless ones.
Yeah, the open back ones, which are just really solid. They're really, like, it sounds really good. It sounds like I'm listening to it out of my hi-fi speakers. But that's usually what I'm wearing.
I'm wearing my over ones that I just, like, bought randomly.
That's the thing, though, like, yeah, I get pissy about, like, audio and video and all that. It's just kind of how I am.
Yeah, and all, you do that stuff, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I enjoy that stuff. That's just sort of how it is. I also, the other thing is, like, you also shouldn't judge people for using, like, shit whatever, too. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I think a lot of people miss that one, because you'll get caught on the whole idea of, like, oh yeah, they're an audiophile. They can just, you know, they hear all sorts of things differently, and, you know, they're very particular about their music taste. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't give you a license to be a prick, though.
Right.
Which is why I don't interact a ton with audiophiles. At least people who, like, talk about themselves being audiophiles. I keep forgetting that you don't get gems from enemies in this game.
Nope, just souls.
Actual Dark Souls.
It's the first Dark Souls, guys. We use
Actually, Kingsfield was first.
It's true.
No.
I don't know when Kingsfield came out.
Kingsfield was, I think, 96.
Yeah, and then it's definitely beating this game.
Oh, I should do Balloon Proxy.
Balloon Proxy?
I want to see if I can do it. I've never tried this. I also just fucked up a little bit, so...
You just broke the level.
I love going outside. Fun fact, to save on calculations, they didn't put any collision on the outside of anything.
Ah.
So you can just fly back into the level most of the time if you end up out of bounds.
Interesting.
People talk about themselves being audiophiles. I mean, like, I wish they didn't, but they do.
People are jackasses.
People are. Okay, where...
Why did I work in places that was, like, people? Oh, wait, that's right. I like money.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
I wanted to save up for that Xbox 360. That was the first one. My hobbies were expensive.
Yeah. So I don't actually know how this proxy works, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Oh, you're looking it up?
Yeah, I was just looking at it real quick. So, this balloon. 99 red balloons. No. Yeah, I fucked up. So if you flop there, as the balloon is popping, you'll get stuck. Like I was saying, there's like a solid hitbox there. So if you're not charging, you won't go through it. You'll get stuck in it.
Ah.
And so what you do from there is you get stuck in it, and it launches you into the air really high and just lets you deal with this whole mess without actually having to shoot down. You don't have to, like, break open all the walls here, basically, is what it turns into.
Ah. I am more happy
you can
with my cheap headphones, especially after I learn how to use EQ. An EQ?
Yeah, if you can use an EQ, like, headphones don't matter nearly as much. The only time it really matters is if you need to listen to a raw audio stream, like if you're like me and you're, like, actually editing the stuff for consumption by other people. I want it to sound decent on a bunch of different like sources. Like I've got my expensive headphones, I've got my my earbuds, but I've also just got a pair of cheap speakers that I've had for 15 years. And I plug those in and see how it sounds on there. Like,
did they say compact?
no, it's not compact. It's I think it's an old Walmart off-brand.
I have ones right now that are like Spider or something like that.
Yeah,
They've
it's
been
not
working
Steel
pretty well.
Series. Gigaware. That's the name.
The next glide,
Imagine multiplayer Spyro and just like that mod for Mario 64.
Look, we're getting close. There's some cool mods out there. If anybody wants to play some more Spyro and you don't mind learning some speedrunner tricks and being a little frustrated potentially, check out Spyro 3.5.
I mean,
This mod just came out a couple weeks ago.
That's the mod that we were gonna put
Yeah, we were gonna play that.
But you overslept.
Well, I slept. I woke up and I was like, oh right, this is like a 2-hour, 45-minute drive. I was like,
Whoops. Nah, it's alright.
I do want to come up and hang. It's just,
Yeah.
I realized that, especially with like the other stuff going on this weekend, I was just like,
Yeah.
scheduling hard.
I'm actually a little glad that you didn't because of my dryer situation.
Oh yeah.
Because I have two clotheslines hooked up on my porch
Oh,
to dry
man.
my fucking clothes. It's nasty because I literally told the guys at Samsung, it's like, yeah, it's the heating element, and they're just like, oh, I'll send somebody. And I told the person on that phone who called me, it's the heating element. I swear to God. Came in and he's just like, yeah. It's the heating element after looking at it for 5
Yeah, no
minutes.
shit.
It's like, no I didn't say it to him, but I'm just thinking, no shit, Sherlock. And I'm thinking, oh, so you can fix it right now, right? He's like, well, the good news is that it's not going to cost you anything. I'm like, it better not.
Yeah, because it's covered under the
Yeah,
warranty,
it's
but
covered under the
also
warranty.
he's just not going to do anything. He's just going to order the replacement part rather than try and fix it.
And that's going to be 2 weeks.
Great.
And I'm just like, so what do I do in the meantime? Trying to keep my fucking cool, because I literally have to do cleaning every single day because of my mother.
Right.
But it's just, I asked my brother, and my brother's like, yeah, you can use my washer dryer, and I'm just like, yeah, I better.
Yeah.
Let's see, only 4 missions left in I and North for Guild Wars 1. Ooh, neat.
I like just getting to ignore the fact that they're like, you need 8 orbs to progress, and I'm like, I have 2. I'm going forward anyway.
Stop me, Grandpa.
Yep.
I have Logitech.
All right.
I have Logitech speakers and a Razer
Oh.
Tournament Edition headset with a little USB dongle thing. Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta go do the
Fucking
talismans
hell.
in Summer Forest. Dogden. But yeah, I gotta go do the talismans in Summer Forest.
Okay. This fucking controller.
Which means I will need to jump into I'm gonna see if I just soft lock myself in Aquaria. If I do, whatever. But we'll do the other stuff first.
Well, you can
Sunny
always
beach time.
transport yourself to Autumn Plains.
Can you?
You can transfer yourself to different places.
Okay. I thought that was a Spyro 3 thing.
Should be able to on here. Give it a shot. It might just be you transferring to the main world, though.
Because like if I'm looking in the guidebook, there's no option for like moving somewhere else.
I thought there was. I thought you could do that.
It's in Spyro 3. You can do it once you. I think it's a Sparks thing. I don't remember.
Okay, I might be misremembering because I've been playing Reignited a lot, so...
Yeah, that Reignited might have changed it too. All right, how does this jump work for Sunny Beach? I don't remember.
Conan, shut up.
You always blaming the controller instead of the actual problem.
Well, I wanted to buy this stinking PlayStation controller, and I was thinking that it would work, but it's one of those offshoot ones, so that's all my fault. Regardless.
I don't trust offshoot anything, basically, anymore.
I know you're just teasing, Conan. Yeah, I was just like, I'm cheap.
No, and I get that, and I don't blame you.
Yeah.
A lot. What I've done recently is I've just bought like, I bought a couple of like, especially because I'm only on PC, so it doesn't matter nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just buy like a Switch Pro controller.
Yeah.
Like I'll get I don't remember the name of it now. It's one of the ones with the Hall sensor joysticks. So it's like a $60 controller, $70 controller, or whatever it is, but it's worth it because it's just, it's so much easier to it's so much easier. It's so much nicer, honestly, and I don't have to worry about stuff breaking constantly.
Right.
Like a joystick's getting messed up or anything. Speaking of breaking things, there goes my controller.
I was just like, what the fuck is that?
My pants don't have any traction at all. So I lay it down and it immediately slides off. And I was just trying to like Alt-Tab. It's on the ground now.
Ultimate Wired, $60, and I love it. Yeah, I have a Xbox controller that I've been using because Xbox, you know, universal, and it'll just use it.
Mm.
But I just don't like doing it when it's like PlayStation games, because obviously you're fucking yourself up because of the control scheme.
Oh right, I forgot about this stupid nonsense.
Spyro, you've deactivated
What?
all of your electric
little-
Sunny Beach nonsense.
Oh.
Let me see if I can pull it off.
I'm getting by without them. Oh yeah, this was one thing you were talking about.
So I have to basically, like... There's a couple ways to do this bit, but basically when he goes to raise his head, you can clip into it.
Yeah.
If you're careful. Which I'm not very good at this, so... I have to figure out what the timing is going to be. Because otherwise you just bonk.
Right. Just like whatever that noise was.
Yeah, one sec. Sorry about that, I'm back.
Okay. I missed you. And I'm also in
I'm
the
just gonna
same
do
place
this level
you're at.
normally.
I'm just at the same place you're at.
I'm just gonna do this normally.
This is the level I hate because I can't. I have to come back and backtrack because of all the stupid climbing bullshit.
Well, like I said, just do what I do. Go get the talisman. Then we come back and fix the rest of it later.
Get the talisman and we'll fix this up. I do
I
want
love
to
the old dude's voice.
I do want to try the what's it called? The Turtle Beach one. Turtle soup.
Oh, yeah, turtle soup.
Yeah. That show is straight up propaganda. There is no good reason to go to Philly.
That's true. That's true, you're right. Philly's pretty bad. It's a really weird town.
Oh, I take it back. A cheesesteak is absolutely good reason to go to Philly. You can make your own good cheesesteak.
I was gonna say, it's not hard.
Yeah.
You can make them better. Don't use Cheese Whiz. That's Philly's. They use Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. Like, get yourself some good steak cut-ups and
yeah.
Use butter with saute your onions, green peppers,
Yep.
Red
Yep.
peppers, and there you go. And then when you're getting ready to finish, you put your cheese on it so it can melt. And then toast the buns.
Yeah, Cheese Whiz, White American, or Provolone. Provolone's phenomenal. If you want something that's a little bit more akin to the Cheese Whiz, you could use Yellow American, but...
I would just use white. Cause
yeah, just use White American, it's better. I hate American cheese.
It's less plastics.
Yeah. I can only eat so many microplastics in one sitting.
Although I do like bones, so... Ow, you bitch. I did have a steak sub earlier, so...
I had one yesterday. Kind of want another one, honestly.
I may have one in the rabbit hole once making the perfect Philly cheesesteak. Oh no.
Oops.
Nope.
Well, I think the thing with that is, like, perfect is also subjective, too. Like, it really depends on who you're talking to.
It has to be perfect to you. Basically.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's just like when I'm cooking chicken paprikash. It's perfect setting for myself. It's not for anybody else. That's why me giving a recipe out is hard. Because it's literally up to your preference.
Right, and that's the thing with, like, there's a lot of foods like that. Vietnamese banh mi. Same way. It's literally just a sandwich that you shove some stuff in, and it's street food, basically. So it's like you just toss whatever in it.
Right.
You put some pate, you put some mayo, you put some cold cuts, you're good. And something crunchy, like daikon radish or something.
Oh, there's Gemma nest. Wisconsin Dells? What's that?
Oh, the Dells. Wisconsin being Wisconsin, basically. It's hell yeah.
Okay, Cat's speaking. Oh yeah, no, my idea of a perfect has onions, peppers, mushrooms, white American cheese, but my buddy's idea is the provolone just with just onion. Yeah.
And then you've got me who probably throw, like, coriander and cumin and maybe cinnamon into it because I just like Indian spice mix.
Yeah, I'd put paprika just for the taste.
Yeah.
Because I like paprika.
Paprika's good.
Yeah, especially when you have sweet paprika.
Oh wait, I know how to deal with this level. I didn't have to do it this way. I could have just clipped through half the level. I just, like, not paying attention, just walking through to get the talisman. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a second here.
Yeah, I don't like Chicago-style pizza. That's not my vibe. I like New York style.
I don't think I've ever really had Chicago style.
It's basically just a pie.
It's just a
and it's
pie.
not bad. It's just a pie that's got, like, the tomato sauce and cheese and whatever else you want to shove on it.
Chicago is deep dish, right?
Yeah, Chicago's your deep dash.
Deep dash?
Deep dash. That's
Deep
the new
dash,
Mario
bro.
Brothers game.
It's deep dash, brother. New Mario Kart just dropped, boys.
Yeah, new Mario Kart, let's go. Deep dash.
I do like New York style, though.
I love some New York style. It can be a little greasy, and it sucks when it's too greasy, but, like...
Oh, hell yeah. I hate it when it's too greasy.
Yeah.
I don't know, Chicago.
Yeah, Detroit style is a whole other thing. Pizza's a whole other thing, too, because, like, even based on the country that you're in, it changes.
Yeah. Like, you could have Sicilian. Sicilian pizza is a small square.
Yeah.
And I ordered that one time on mistake. And I looked, guys, like, what the hell is this?
That is pizza, sir.
And
yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta understand the place you're ordering from.
Yeah. I ordered Sicilian on accident.
I don't mind Sicilian, but yeah, if you're not expecting it, no, it's not very good.
But,
hey, look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
I love that one. It's just dumb. Like, of all the things you could have said.
Yeah, I will have.
Yeah, I know, Zoe, go away.
I want big, thin slices. You have to use 2 hands to eat and fold. Yes.
Like a real man.
Like a real man eats pizza. Be a weirdo like Donald Trump and eat it with a fucking fork.
There's very few excuses I can think of to eat normal-ass pizza with a fork. Like,
if the stuff is coming off of it, that you need a fork, sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, like, if it's just pizza and it's not, like, going everywhere, why are you using a fork?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Alright, I will have to look up to see Turtle Soup here in a second. I think I have to get on him.
Yeti.
I have to look it up real quick.
Everybody say hi to the Yeti.
Everybody say bye to the Yeti.
Wait for it. Bye, Yeti. A pizza once with a funeral director while she was on her lunch break. That was an acceptable time for her to use it for. Yeah, like if you're just like, all right, cool, you gotta keep clean. Sure, why not? But like, you know, if you're just eating pizza for the sake of eating pizza, it's kind of weird to just have a fork. But yeah, I get that. Maybe that's why Donald Trump does it. He doesn't want to get his suits fucked up.
Maybe. Okay, so...
This discussion is making me hungry. Also fair.
If I can't do it, then I'll just say fuck it. Oh, wait. Here's gems! Shrimp. Endless shrimp.
Shrimp scampi.
Shrimp scampi. It is.
Hell yeah.
It is endless shrimp at Red Lobster, boys, and that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Alright, boys, saddle up. It's time for fucking endless shrimp at Red Lobster. We're all going. You guys know how it goes. Alright, Jimmy, you got the company card, right? Yep, okay. Okay. Who's got the aprons? Alright.
We need the bibs.
Yep. Gotta have the bibs.
Get yourself some Ziploc bags so we can stuff the shit in. 45 just didn't want to spray tan. Didn't want to get a spray tan on his food from his hands is all.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I will say that that's a stupid problem to have, but it's an understandable solution to a stupid problem. That being said, the solution is really just stop getting spray tans, you fucking pasty asshole.
Yeah, you live in New York. There is no sun.
Yeah, there is, but like, unfortunately, you ain't getting tan.
Yeah. Not unless you stand in the reflection of the skyscrapers.
Right. Zoe, go away. Those metal shields mean you have to charge them. Oh, I'm aware. Don't worry.
No shit.
I already got that far. Oh, you gotta run the whole circuit again. Still thought it was slow onset mummification. Yeah, that is offensive to mummies. You gotta watch what you say, you know?
Yeah. You might offend the mummies. I'm gonna have to come back. Yep.
Yeah, just grab the talisman and get out, and we can do the rest. Because
Yeah,
most of it gets easier once you have Fireball.
Yeah.
Turns out, doing the game with Fireball is easy. There's also another thing you can do. If you have a completed save file, and you quit out to the main menu and then start a new game, it just lets you keep the Fireball.
Yeah, that does that for Reignited too.
That's a real thing in Spyro 2. Like, that was a thing that was in Spyro 2 straight up, and it's very weird, but I can understand it.
Because when I was playing Spyro 2 on here for the first time, on stream, it did that. I was like, well, I guess I have it now.
Yep. Yep. It just lets you have it. I like this cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
I like all the little goofy cutscenes.
I like the humor in the cutscenes.
Yeah. Like, most of them are fine. They're actually, like, entertaining.
Like, the only one I think was really lazy is Metropolis.
Yeah. That's also because they were like, well, you can't have the robots emote. That's not how that works.
Yeah. I never played Banjo-Kazooie Conan, so I have no idea.
I didn't play it until I mean, I've never completed it, but I've played enough of it. It's got some fun ones, yeah.
I could play it.
I don't have an N64, although I have two N64 controllers now.
I mean, I have the Switch version of it, so...
Okay, I already did Sunny Beach. I think the last level, because I did Hurricos too. I guess it's just Aquaria. Okay, who wants to see how to get into Aquaria real easy?
Yeah, let's see that.
I have the N64 in Spirit. Yeah, I just gotta think real hard about it.
Because that's how it works.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, if I soft lock, I soft lock. It's what it is.
Time to save the game and leave. Because if you
Save?
yeah, if you exit,
Nah.
you should be able to, like, move yourself to, what's it called?
Yeah, true. Maybe that works. Also Aquaria. Can I do the proxies? Probably not.
Yeah, this is the one we were talking about today.
This one, this one has one of the goofiest skips.
If only I had a few more gems, I might be able.
Thanks for zapping me, Chief.
Take stuff.
Appreciate
fucking
it.
money, asshole. Yeah, this is the one that started why I was like, man, I want to play Spyro now.
Yeah, so this one, you can basically just proxy off the sheep and launch yourself up to the end of the level.
God
Loki
damn
says
it,
hello.
Sparks.
Hello, Loki.
Hello, cat. Alright, because I think what started it was, like, I was saying that I don't like the water levels in Spyro.
Yeah. Hey, you guys want to see the sharks?
The terrifying sharks.
Yeah, these things are fucking... People are so spooked by them.
I was.
Yeah, me too. Hi, Spyro.
No.
Also, fun fact with the... you can do some really goofy stuff with the fireball in these guys.
Yeah. I remember that you could just pretty much,
Funny looking.
You just sit there and look at them and they just explode, basically, because of the fireball.
I remember. I think I just don't like the underwater levels because of the, you don't have your fire breath. Or any equivalent
That's fair.
at that point. And you have to rely on charge, and charge isn't reliable all the time. Because you could overshot your charge into an enemy. Or completely miss them.
Right.
That's probably why I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not the most accurate thing ever, but also just kind of what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
First shot at making 3D games, they did okay.
At least it's not Bubsy.
It's not Bubsy. I love Bubsy 3D, but man, that game sucks.
God.
I'm glad it exists. It should have been a game... That game got delayed so much, it should have came out before Super Mario 64.
Really?
And then maybe people would have looked at it and been like, yeah, that was kind of cool.
That was a game.
That was a game. It existed.
And then they
Do I even have a memory card?
Do you?
If I have one somewhere. I don't know.
Well, it's not like I can give you one of mine.
I've got one somewhere, I just don't know where.
Making them dig for a memory card, guys.
I got it.
What color is it, Gray?
It's purple. It's a Mad Catz one.
Ooh, Mad Cats! Awesome.
I've got 3 Mad Catz ones. One's purple, one's blue, and one's red.
Yeah, I used to have a Mad Catz green controller, and that had turbo in it, and it was fucking great for for Legend of Dragoon because of the using the magic.
Right.
Because you literally have to sit here pressing X like a madman.
Mm-hmm. I am 35% done the game.
I don't even know what I'm at.
You're more than me. Can almost guarantee that.
Probably. You've been doing the skips. Oh
I've
shit!
been just.
I had to slow
I've
down.
been. Oh. Yeah, I've been just doing the.
Okay, it's better now.
There you go.
I had some sort of weird slowdown there for a second. I'm going to try to skip past these guys. Can I like do a jump and move fast or?
Not there. You'll have to pay money bags, I think.
Alright.
For the sharks,
Nice.
unless you want to try and do like sheep proxy, but you shouldn't do that because that's annoying.
Just take my money, asshole.
Shut up and take my money. I like how you just jump out the other end with the sub and just leave it there.
Yep.
Anyway, money bags, I didn't need to pay for Aquaria Towers. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. I don't need to pay you shit.
Any percent.
Any
Very
percent.
very finicky category, but you don't have to pay money bags.
Yep.
Hey, that's the other. Oop. What has happened? That bugged the fuck out.
I looked up.
I
was
have
like,
never
"Why are you
seen
to the
that.
floor?"
So for whatever reason,
Mhm.
the summer it had me come out of the portal, I think, and normally you glide down, I guess.
Yes.
It immediately teleported me over to Allura because I had all 14 talismans and could enter Gulp. Tried to start that conversation, and I just glided through the bottom of the level for some reason, and I didn't have control over anything until I landed.
You just left.
Perfect.
Okay, give me this stupid talisman.
Our world is wet.
Yeah, your world is wet again. Just give me the talisman.
Our world is wet again.
Oh, well,
And then you never hear anything from him again.
Yep.
Unless you want to go do Hunter's Manta Ray bullshit.
Ugh. I mean,
Spyro, look what I found!
I found a manta ray. It's my pet now. Wait a minute, aren't you an animal? Why are you keeping an animal as a pet?
You're right, why are the animals having pets? Well done, Spyro. Alright, let's go do Gulp. Madness level has increased by 90, so that's the usual then.
Is that a Bloodborne reference?
I do something really stupid when and I end up uncovering way more information than I expected.
I remember the one clip from my Spyro 2 run that Rob clipped for me. I fell through the floor completely in Autumn Plains, and it was funny as hell.
Good.
I was just going to Ocean Speedway. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Ocean... Oh my god! Yeah, I kind of figured, Conan. One day we'll get to play Bloodborne. One day. But then I'll have to pay $14 for fucking Plus, because I learned that's how much it is right now.
Yeah.
It went up from being $10 to $14. I'm just like, I'm only gonna play, like, not even a month.
Right, it's like, really? I'm just gonna keep Gulp spinning in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The timing on that's hard. Anyway, Gulp's a not very difficult fight.
No.
Just takes ages. Oh, you fucker, you blew up a rocket. Let's go for the double. Speed!
You just got a PS5, so stutter might not be as bad anymore. Though I've never transferred my saves either. I need that PS5 sometime, but I probably
The
won't.
waterwork.
I need to just clean my PS4. Like, I need to
Yeah.
get it taken apart so
If
it
you
can
can
be
make it to
cleaned.
the top of the 6-number.
I need to... At some point I'll probably end up getting a PS4 or PS5. It just might be, like, when the PS6 releases, whenever that happens.
I mean, right now, there's really no reason for me to get anything.
Yeah, same.
Right now, all I really want is a new processor for this fucking computer, and
right,
and the motherboard to be able to work it, because I want to be able to play Silent Hill 2 when it comes out.
Yeah.
But because I think longer, me having a longer lifetime in my computer more than a PS5 will be better. Plus, I can get different games than just like the exclusive that's on there, but they don't really do exclusive that much anymore.
Yeah, exclusives are usually timed exclusives as well, so it's a bit of a different thing.
Right now, Final Fantasy 16 is a timed exclusive.
Oh yeah.
Because that'll come out in like 6 months on PC.
Yeah, whenever that comes out on PC, I will probably pick it up.
It looks really good.
It's Devil May Cry.
Yeah, everybody right now has, because of course my Twitter is full of artists. It's like everybody and their mother are fucking drawing Clive and his brother Joshua, and I'm just like, guys, come on, I can't even fucking get the game yet.
Yeah, I don't even care. I'm just like, whatever. This is also a benefit of not being on social media.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything. I don't hear about spoilers for anything, and I don't care about spoilers for much to begin with, mind you.
My eyes and ears are closed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just do the man right, asshole.
Yeah, God of War Ragnarok should also be timed. I believe so. 2018, yeah, 2018 is, yeah, already on PC, I believe. Or it's, like, getting released soon. I don't remember which. Long.
It's already on PC?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then we're good.
Yeah,
you know.
Hey,
and I think they're realizing that
people are gonna find ways to play the game either way.
Well, it's not even that. I think that they're realizing that there's more money to be made if they can do 2 different releases. But keeping it a timed release, because you gotta remember, they sell consoles are almost always sold at a loss. That $500 or $600 whatever you paid for your PS5, that does not cover the full cost of how much it costs to manufacture that PS5.
Right.
The games are where they make their money back. So if they can do a full release on the console, let you keep your console, and you know, be able to charge whatever they want to pay on their 60 or 70 bucks. Which, mind you, I don't think that games going up to 70 bucks is a bad thing.
I mean,
considering they've been at 60 bucks since like the mid 90s.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to know how much the one fighting game that was Power Rangers was from when my mom bought it? It was $90.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong.
It was Sega Genesis, and the game was mid.
Yeah, no, and games used to just cost that much, you know? And I don't have any issue with game prices being a little bit higher, and I'm going off on a tangent about this now.
It's fine,
but
go
like,
ahead. This is a relaxed, chilled stream. We can bitch about whatever we want.
Game prices, it's okay to let game prices go up, and I realize, now there's a qualifier that needs to be done there. I realize that not everybody can afford games. Gaming is still pretty cheap hobby relative to everything else. It's just that cost of living has gone up so high.
Yeah.
It's not that the games shouldn't be charged. It's not the games shouldn't be like worth more money. But if, like I was saying with the PS5 stuff, if they can release something on the PS5 and then have it release again on PC, and then they get 2 different bursts of, you know, release window like pricing, like full price, people buying the game for full price, then great. And then they also get everything on, I would assume it's Steam, but they might use Epic Games, I don't know.
Oh fuck, I'm in the wrong location.
Mood. Me in the United States. Penguin Proxy. Not happening today. Sony said it would be like a year or more before releasing games on PC, but they see the market value, right? That's the big thing. And I think that's good. Yeah. Genuinely, I'm very happy that Sony's not doing that sort of stuff anymore. Although, again, Bloodborne for PC, come on.
Yeah. No. Sure.
Maybe someday, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, I'm not. That's for sure. I think this is 5.
$14 tally. Okay, so let me see from Gulp on.
I highly doubt Nintendo will ever put stuff on the PC.
Well, I think Nintendo, it's not something they're going to be seeing soon for sure, but I think it's something that they might warm up to at some point. It's just going to be a few years out, if anything, especially with the whole thing with a Dolphin emulator on Steam, which there was a reason why Dolphin got delisted. It wasn't just Nintendo being pricks for pricks' sake. They've been... Actually, if you want to see a good video on that, check out, go look up Moon Channel. It's just called Moon Channel on YouTube. It's a lawyer who goes into all the legal nonsense about video games in a way that's pretty accessible. Yeah, it took Sony a while to warm up. I think it's just going to take everybody a while to warm up because there's this idea that, you know, they're all competitors and they shouldn't be like, you know, Sony's putting out its own console, so it probably shouldn't be making those games on, or it probably shouldn't be putting those games on PC as well. But we're seeing a shift from not just in Nintendo, but in not just in Nintendo, but definitely in Nintendo, from developer-minded leaders of the company to more business-minded ones who may see a lot more profit in releasing games on PC as well and just getting into as many markets as possible.
You did it.
Yeah, just give me the fucking orb, asshole. I think the only time I like draw the line with a lot of the prices anymore for games is like when they originally have it one price for say Forspoken. That one was originally $60.
Sure.
Then they hiked it up to $70, and then $80, and then if you want the exclusive edition, then it's $90 or $100.
What's the thing? It's they'll introduce this like tiered pricing. The only thing that pisses me off, genuinely, if you're gonna make a fully fledged game, and it's going to cost whatever box price you want to put on it, and I don't care if that changes a ton, as long as it's not like absurd. Like, within reason, obviously. Mm-hmm. If you are... my brain's not working anymore. I'm tired.
It's okay.
But, if they're releasing a game and it's going to be $60 or $80 or, you know, even $100 at launch, I want that game to be complete.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want to have to buy 20 different add-on packs to make the game playable. I don't want to have microtransactions shoved in that game to hell and back.
I don't want an apology. Sure. I don't want an apology sent out later saying, "We're sorry, we didn't make the game that you wanted."
Yeah, exactly. It's like Cyberpunk was a whole other issue.
That wasn't even just Cyberpunk.
I know.
Gollum did it too.
Gollum was just sad.
Gollum shouldn't exist.
That shouldn't have shipped that way. It was just a really rushed, awful nonsense game. And unfortunately, those games get publicity now. Or maybe fortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to play it. That's for sure. I didn't even feel fucking need to. I kind of just looked at it and it's like, why does this exist? And I moved on to my merry little way.
Yeah, it killed their studio. They're no longer developing games. And honestly... I think that there probably should be some, like, you know, regulating means for keeping absolute crap off the market.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard when, like, people like Nintendo, like, had so much shovelware.
That's the thing, too. Like, and this is, you know, where I'm typically about stronger regulation. Mm-hmm. And just, like, quality control in games. If I'm going to have a game that is $100, I will pay $100 for a game because that's still cheaper than going to get into photography, I'll tell you that much. Or fucking anything else. Like, a lot of other hobbies. Like, gaming is still a relatively cheap hobby, you know, for what it is. And I would rather pay a little bit more for a game that is guaranteed to be good quality than get complete garbage shoved in my face for $40 or $50.
Right. I think the only ones that are like, I have a couple ones that are like shovelware that I bought over the years, but it was just basically because I just made a bad call.
yeah, and that, you know what? Sometimes that's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fine. This is one of those things where I just keep telling people, don't pre-order your games. No. Don't trust mainstream game journalists. Just, they're all under NDAs and all sorts of other stuff that the companies say, because, like, they can get sued for stuff if something goes wrong. The games journalists themselves, like if they say something out of line, there's a decent chance that they get sued.
Yeah,
so a
it's
lot
just
of them,
like the
if you
guy
look-
who did was it? Oh, it was that one game. I don't remember what it's called. It was with like 2 fucking old guys in it.
That doesn't help much.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of it. It's not Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is something completely different.
Sleeping Dogs is alright, actually.
Yeah, I know. I had it. It seemed fine.
It's an okay game.
It seemed like poor man's Yakuza.
Yeah.
Shit. I think it was Kane and Lynch. That was it. Kane and Lynch too.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy
Yeah.
did the review for it, and he was honest with it and said, "This is the only thing I could say about this," and it wasn't even good. And he got fired from, I think it was GameSpot or something like that. And he got canned
these people
for his
are on the hook.
opinion.
These people are on the hook, and they'll get blacklisted from an industry for it too. Like that's their job on the line, which sucks. For me, it was The Order 1886. I don't remember much about that game, but I do remember there being a bit of a shit show with it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like Bloodborne, but it wasn't good. Apparently,
Yeah.
It was not. It was not the game that Ket thought it was going to be.
Yeah. What other expensive hobbies were you thinking? I got into photography recently. You want to talk about an expensive hobby?
Art.
It doesn't have to be, mind you. Yeah, a lot of art stuff. Most art stuff is going to be expensive because the tools are very specialized. And don't get me wrong, you can do stuff without that, but if you want to do something specific, you're going to need the specific tools for it for the most part.
If you're going to say paint, specific paints, depending on which one you want.
Oh, if you're going into like pigments and shit, that's a whole other issue.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like oil painting. I hate oil painting with a passion.
yeah.
Because it's expensive as fuck. You have to have the mixture, you have to have the paints, you have to have all kinds of different tools to be able to move them around, like blend them.
Yep.
But I think the easiest thing I got into was charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal's pretty simple. You get the paper, you get the charcoal, you
There
get
you go.
something
Go
to
to
smudge
town.
it.
Go to town.
Something to smudge it, you're good.
Yeah, it's about like $5 to be able to do it. Like
It's not too bad.
You get a pack.
Oh, you can make the charcoal yourself if you wanted to.
Yeah, you go smoke it outside yourself. Yeah, no, you could basically get the pack for about $5, and then you could go get the paper, which I recommend, like having ones that like are easier to blend, like regular paper. You don't want to use that. You want to use like the canvas kind of paper. Well, not canvas.
Something heavier.
Something heavier set, yes.
Like construction paper or something. Like whatever.
Depends.
I wouldn't
on
use construction
no,
paper, but like it can work. It'll work.
Yeah.
You need something with a rougher texture that's a little bit heavier.
What it ended up being was a linear cover shooter tech demo with 2 monster fights against werewolves and a single hibernating vampire in a cutscene. Oh boy.
Great.
You sure it wasn't an alien cat? Last night I was playing House of Ashes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hate the term open world anymore. Just stop using the term open world. Make a linear game. Define your scope clearly in a fucking game, okay? I know that the investors want that crazy, like, open world stuff, and they want these giant scopes and everything. Fuck that. Okay? You make a game that has a defined, clear scope, and you spend a lot of time polishing that with good gameplay loops, you're good. That's it. That's all you fucking need. Look at Devil May Cry 5. It's probably one of the most celebrated games in the Devil May Cry franchise, and it was in development for like 7 years, and it's a linear game. It's a linear action game.
And there's the thing is, if you have those games, you're going to be expected to like top it, and that's kind of a little bit of a problem with like the Assassin's Creeds. But also because Ubisoft has one engine, and that's the only engine they want to fucking use.
And that's also down on developers, and there's some other issues on that end if we want to get into that. Like there's developers having it's called tech debt, basically, where like you'll have a group of developers use an engine for so long, making a game, it'll be like 3 to 4 years that they then have to catch up on that technology that is developed while they've been working on the game. and they've got to like update their engine, and it takes a lot of time to do that.
Yeah. And like I said, Bethesda.
Bethesda, they were like 15 fucking years behind when Skyrim happened.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were like probably 5 years behind when Skyrim happened because they were mostly working with the Oblivion stuff still. Bethesda's probably about 10 years behind on tech still.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see them catching up because they're comfy where they're at.
I could see them catching up, but it's going to be at the cost of Starfield being garbage, and I'm kind of on the fence that it might be garbage.
I mean, I really don't give a single fuck about Starfield.
Same. I'm curious. I don't care about Starfield. Like, maybe I'll pick it up at some point. I don't know. If I do, it's out of curiosity to see where Bethesda is at as a company. Design-wise, tech-wise, because that's going to determine how I'm going to feel about fucking Elder Scrolls 6, which is the one that most people seem to care about.
No, yeah, and then you just have, like, all those people who are just like, yeah, or who are working there, it's like, yeah, we want to work on Starfield. It's like, but all the fans are like, what about Elder Scrolls?
Bring it on.
Yeah, no, exactly. It takes some time to develop an engine like that, which is why most people are just swapping over to using Unreal Engine 4 or 5, because it's that much easier and they don't have to worry about that stuff. They just have to learn a new engine. But it still takes time to learn that engine, even if you're not actively making a new engine, you know? There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to this sort of stuff. And this is the stuff that I can go into the weeds about for ages.
And that's why I was interested in bringing in and talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I can sit and talk about game dev and sit and talk about, like, I'm not actively involved in a lot of this stuff, but I do try and keep a pulse on what happens, at least vaguely. And, like, you know, games that are, at least some games that are coming out. I don't care about Call of Duty and all that. That's Drek in the background that I'm not caring about.
Who the fuck cares about Call of Duty?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a huge learning curve to learn a new engine or to make a new, and it takes forever to make a new engine. And when you make those new engines, you gotta remember, Bethesda's basically still working off the Creation engine, which was the Skyrim engine, which was the Oblivion engine, which was the Morrowind engine. And don't get me wrong, it's not the same fucking engine. Like, they've obviously improved some stuff, but there's probably some code in there that's still just from Morrowind. Let's be real. Yeah, which is the Fallout engine.
Yeah.
There's just a lot.
I stopped playing Elder Scrolls and Fallout games because I kind of just got bored with it.
I like Morrowind, and that makes me a bit of a hipster, I guess.
You
but
like Morrowind because you like to mod it out to shit.
Not even that, I actually just like Morrowind as a game, but it is funny to mod the hell out of it.
Like
it's funnier than Skyrim.
You had that pizza song playing in the background.
Yeah, like the pizza theme from Spider-Man 2 is playing in the background. My character has a pompadour and is running across, like literally just jumping across the whole continent and punching something in the face until it falls over and dies.
Hey man, don't mess with the Shankatoad.
Yeah, we don't know what this does, but nothing works without it. Yep, welcome to programming.
Yep.
It's called legacy code, and you don't touch it.
I remember when I was watching a Don Bluth thing, and he was asking somebody who worked on Fantasia how they did the certain see-through water sections in it, and they just full stop, look at him, and say, "I don't remember."
Yeah, when you get like in that artist like crunch, you're just doing it. You don't remember what the fuck you're actually doing.
We'll just throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks.
It's like, yeah, that looks cool.
And that's why I liked Fantasia, because it was like a showcase for artwork, and also you know, I like the classical music.
Yeah, for sure. It's a cool piece.
It's a cool concept that Fantasia 2000 kind of missed the mark on.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're doing it? You're doing it?
Let me do it. Yeah!
Yeah! You got the Dragon Shores! But
Look at the Dragon Shores.
Look at the Dragon Shores, boy.
Alright, now I gotta get up the wall.
Yeah, have fun with that.
This is a whole other mess.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just like, don't get me wrong, I love the artwork in 2000, like, the Firebird
yeah, it's gorgeous,
is
but it's
amazing.
a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's a different feel as well, because they didn't have hosts
in the original one, and they didn't have like. It just felt like it was more of a, hey, we know these actors because these actors have been in our movies, and it's just like, but I'm not here to see these guys.
Here's the thing, right?
The only one I thought was funny was when they had Penn and Teller in there.
I mean, that is just weird.
It's weird. I don't even know why they had Penn and Teller.
It's very like non sequitur.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. But hey, we got Penn and Teller, or hey, we got James Earl Jones because he played Mufasa.
Right.
I think the other one I think they had Glenn Close. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I actually stopped and seen it, but I think out of all of that, the two that I remember the most was Rhapsody in Blue, because that is an amazing art style and I liked it. And then you had Firebird Suite, which I like Tchaikovsky, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't remember much. I have to go watch Fantasia again to really say much about it. I watched it when I was like a kid.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the ones that you like put on when you were younger. You're just like, oh,
yeah, you just leave them on. It's like, okay, cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I have it on VHS still.
Yeah.
I have mostly all of my Disney VHSs left, so...
I don't know where they are. They're probably all sorts of fuck. Because they've not been kept in a conditioned space.
Yeah, I mean, the only one that's like, I think that I ran out, that basically broke, was my Fantasia 2000. So that one doesn't work anymore. But
I think I've got my 2000.
You said you were saying?
I was gonna say I think I've got 2000. I don't know if I have the original. Honestly, I might have to like get another copy of that or look it up.
I got the original one. It's like in a black case. But it's just like one of those weird Disney ones that you just like had for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's just like I have 3 Caballeros, and not many people have seen that one. And I actually really like it. Like I used to watch that, and my mom would get irritated. Because it was just so boring to her, and I was like, I understand now because you know it makes no sense. But it was supposed to be like love letter to Mexico at the time,
right?
At least
cool.
at least Latin America. And the one song I really like in it is Cosquinjiaya, and that is a Brazilian song. And what it's about is a dessert. It's like a flan. And my friend says it's really, really good, and I found a recipe to be able to make it, so I want to make kunjin sometime. But, yeah, they would have Kunstkanzinjiaya, and the other one was, have you been to Bahia? Yeah, Bahia. Have you been to Bahia, Donald? And he's just like, no, well, let's go! And it's just, it's Jose... I don't remember the rooster's name, but he represents Mexico. And then you have Jose, who represents Brazil, and basically South America. And it's just like, Donald goes on an adventure learning about Latin America. And I'm just like, cool!
Yeah, it's cool.
It's alright. Let's go! Let's do it!
Okay, so...
And also Donald was like my favorite one. I did not like Mickey.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, what are we doing?
So in Dragon Shores, getting in is kind of annoying, but you get this statue right here. The top of this is not tangible. You can go through it. So you're trying to get up there, but that's a little difficult. And I'm bad at it.
And I'm bad at it.
And lining up things is hard.
Yeah, you're right. You can't go back and forth in this one.
Yeah, I think that was 3.
Yeah, that's the, that is the movie. Los Tres Caballeros.
Los Tres Caballeros.
The 3 Caballeros, just 3 Caballeros. They say that we're birds of a feather.
Oh yeah, no, breaking the game's hilarious. When you actually do it right, it's just funny.
It's like when you just got into Dragon Shores itself.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like, alright, cool, now we're here. Congrats, we have done literally nothing.
It's just like when I was watching a Zelda playthrough, somebody was playing Ocarina of Time, and they were doing the skip from getting out of the forest, so you could completely skip the Deku Tree.
Yeah, you just completely ignore it.
Yeah, you just like do a jump back
Poor
and
dude.
then jump out, and it goes, yeah, so we're getting out of the full Kikariko forest now.
Yeah, you can just leave now.
We just left. I think that's what he said. He's just like, we just left, and that's where I get that from. It's just like I just left.
Yeah. You can leave at any point. You can always just hit the brakes.
Yep.
Yeah, breaking out of maps. Yeah, I didn't know you could do it in Guild Wars 2, but that sounds right, honestly.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about Guild Wars 2 more. World of Warcraft has a couple spots in the vanilla map where you could just break out before they introduced flight. Like just letting anybody fly.
I remember there was a guy who went past the barrier and was trying to see how far he could go until he died.
There's some, there was some instances of that. There's some uncorroborated instances of GM Island being accessible if you didn't have to worry about fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that there was an intangible part of the map there where you just fell through it and died.
Destiny 2, there's a little channel just breaking out of bonds. Oh, Cat! You remember when we were playing Warframe and that guy like blasted himself off into space with his I think it was his mag, and he just was like shooting himself out, or it was either Meg or Nix, and he blasted himself off into fucking space.
Good.
And we were just like sitting here watching this guy do this.
He's like, what the fuck?
The Nix balloon, yeah! The Nix balloon, that's what it was. We were just watching this guy blast himself off into space, and we're just like, okay, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's great.
That's cool. And we're just watching him do stupid tricks, and we're just like, yeah, fuck the mission, we're doing this. That was a good time. That was one of those good times with Warframes where you could just like completely break the level. And he just went, boom, bye. He used a grenade launcher to blast himself into the sky and broke his downward velocity. Oh, that's how he did it.
Oh, you need a flop. Okay.
You need a flop. Ow, dick. He got stuck in the air in the game, was thinking he was standing on ground. He had to use my Valkyrie blind to pull it back in retraction. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
That was when I was playing Warframe like a lot. And it was mostly me and Kat doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was like it was way before I met Conan. I didn't even know I didn't even really know him then. But yeah, I played Warframe with Ket, and that was one of the instances I remember a lot. It's like this guy just going off into fucking space. And you die. And you too as well. I just need to get these two done.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah, this is the hard part. Along with Gulp Skip. Gulp Skip is obviously some of the hardest bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I met Conan through the Brew, which is an art channel.
Mm-hmm. Let me double jump out of bounds.
2.3k hours in Warframe. Holy shit.
That sounds about right for Warframe players.
I think
That's just Warframe.
I think I have like 900. I'd have to look. I don't remember.
But at that time, I like had the companion thing on my phone, so I would be able to know when things popped. And every so often, when they decided to bring it in, they brought in the one guy's stuff at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm just like, are you fucking serious?
Great.
Oh, it's not here. Ow! Asshole! Eh.
Alright, let me have another look at this. How do I get the flop, though? Whoa.
What'd you do?
Jumped way higher than I thought I would. I don't understand how double jump mechanics work quite yet.
Ah, fuck.
I know this is fascinating for y'all to sit and watch.
I mean,
Running up against a wall repeatedly.
split screen, so they're watching me do shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Maybe I wish I had like a DualShock 1 controller to mess with for this. I don't know if the fact that these buttons are not like, they don't click like a DualShock 1 would, because the PS2 has the like pressure sensitive buttons. No, I know her. We're just goofing.
Yeah, we're just playing. I'm playing the game just to have fun. 'Cause we were
I just
want to
get Fireball.
I just want Fireball.
If I can do that, I'll be happy.
If he can do that, he can
Hello,
beat
young
me.
It's literally faster in 14 tally to just get Fireball and then go into Ripto than it is to try and beat Ripto normally. Because Fireball is that dope for the first two phases of the fight.
Yeah. It's a lot easier too. Because you're not depending on the fucking...
Right, you're not waiting for the orbs and stuff, you go do it.
So, you saved a few turtles. There are more where those came from. Here, take this orb. Go away.
I think they made it more blatantly French in the remake.
Who? Oh, the
Chef.
cook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because of course the cook's gotta be French. Of course the chef has to be French.
Oui, oui.
You know?
Oh, there you are. Where the fuck do you get all these turtles from?
I don't know. I like that they all just run to the...
No, they're going to the pot. Like,
cauldron.
like I'm stopping them from committing
I want
suicide. Free soup.
I don't need it.
It's just like, what?
It's like free soup. Why are you going to soup? Because soup.
Why are you buying turtles at the soup store?
Fuck you.
Have you seen the Dark Souls
Yes,
one for that?
yes.
Yes, I watched that one.
Just the
so
angry
much.
fucking Italian. I love the Prold. I love the Prold stuff. If you haven't seen the Prold stuff, he was an SFM animation maker for ages.
I don't know if he
Seems
does
to have
it.
gone a little inactive, but I think he's still around occasionally. But he's Italian, and all his stuff is in Italian, and he just puts English subtitles on it.
Which is
And
nice
just
of him.
the why are you buying clothes at the soup store thing? He basically did that. He did a parody of that.
Yeah, because he mostly did Dark Souls stuff.
Yeah, and it was like that one in particular is just peak because two people. That clip is already just very aggressively yelling at each other. Like that's just how the clip works. But in Italian, it's so much funnier. I did it.
Oh yeah, good job.
Okay, now if you hit the charge button and try to go underwater here, the game instantly crashes.
Oh really?
Because there is nothing to go under here.
Oh.
This is the bottom of the level.
Oh.
Also, the game likes to lag out.
Ah, that's fair.
I don't know if you can double jump here. I'm gonna check.
I was gonna say save state, but you're not on
No.
you're not an emulator scum like me.
Oh, right, you can, like, head bash if you have it to do some really goofy stuff and the camera starts bugging out, like you're on the trolley tracks.
Yeah.
There's some really weird stuff you can do in here.
This one's 100%.
Go, go, go. He can do it. I believe in him. Okay, I can do Ocean Speedway in here.
That's right, there is a safe way to go underwater here. It's just you have to blindly go for the fireball power-up.
I'm just kind of laughing at you being under the level.
Yeah, no, nothing loads right. Wait till you see Spyro 3. There's so many spots it's easy to break out of bounds there.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon Shores. Entering Dragon Shores. Oh, he's doing a whole different strat. I might not be able to get it from here, but we'll see. If I die, I die. Is it easy to break into the Dragonfly? You can finish the whole game in about 2 minutes.
Yeah. You just have to clip yourself into the final boss.
Oh, I missed the fireball. Okay. Okay.
Shame.
We'll try one more time. Yeah, the game is just broken. There's a spot where you can like you can headbutt directly next to the final level portal even though it's closed.
Yeah, you can also do the underwater glitch to like
Oh,
zoom
true.
on underneath it, which you'll have to at least complete one level so you can open up the side area.
Yeah, but that's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's just that you have to deal with the clunky ass controls.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
Then you have to play the game.
Yeah, and then you have to play the game. Ugh. Who wants to play the game when you're speedrunning? You have to at least complete one level, and then you can get into the one section where you can go underwater, get close to the net, and you have to go in between like one section so you can clip yourself out of it, and you can go fight the final boss.
Yep.
And literally
It's-
right then you can just play the game by normally because you
Yep.
get what you need. Because it's one of those instances of they kept the best thing at the end of the whole fucking game.
Right.
Like the gem finder,
Yep.
which I think is stupid. I hate that so much. Like,
I don't mind it being towards the end of the game, but the thing is, like, you can't put it at the end of, like, the 100% completion bit for it. That's stupid.
well, they do it at least. You have to be not Ganon. I almost said Ganon. Wrong fucking
Budget
game.
Ganon.
Budget Ganon. Yeah, that's Ripto. You have to beat Ripto at least once, and then you'll get it. And then you basically go, okay, well, I guess it's time to play the game proper now, or you could just shut the system off.
Which is what I would recommend.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
you can try and find whatever code is required to access the quote-unquote hidden credits, where they put all the devs that got fired during the making of the game. Supposedly.
I was gonna say, what?
Supposedly. this has not been confirmed as far as I'm aware. The developers put in, because so many developers got fired during that game's development.
Because it was Universal.
So many. It was Universal, and it was just awful. Just generally terrible. Terrible spot to work for, and there was a lot of tensions and drama and just nonsense, and so they
the only reason why Insomniac gave it up was because they wanted to do Ratchet and Clank. And
they hated working with Universal.
Yeah, that too. And Universal just ran it into a fucking ground.
I 100% mean it. Just go check out the Enter the Dragonfly documentary on YouTube. It's up on YouTube. It's like an hour and change, I think. It's super cool.
Watch it because I hate that game with a fucking passion.
It's cool to see because that entire game is just a shit show for several reasons, and it's fascinating to see why it's a shit show.
It looks. I remember playing it for the first time, and me and Zach were like, "This looks like it's not complete."
It's kind of not.
No.
They kind of kept making them cut content for no reason other than why not.
Yeah.
Like, it's everything that could have gone wrong in a game.
Yeah.
We're talking like corporate meddling. We're talking workplace drama and like lines being drawn in the sand. We're talking communication issues. People got death threats.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
I did it.
Yes, the first lesson is never pre-ordering games.
Yeah. I
just
stopped
don't do it.
pre-ordering a long time ago.
If your goal in pre-ordering a game is to get a finished product, don't pre-order games. If you want to support a company, especially if they're a smaller one, fuck it, why not? Kickstarters, whatever. Just realize that that's not a commitment to a product. That is you supporting the development of a thing that may or may not happen. It's an investment.
I remember the one I wanted to invest in, but they closed their thing like a long time ago. Was the ones the creators from Eternal Darkness was trying to make a game, and they just cut it down. I was like, I would have supported you guys.
What's one that I've been looking at recently? I think it was on Indiegogo. I don't know if you can support it anymore. It's called VMU2, so it's somebody's making like an updated version of the VMU, where it's got like USB-C charging, and you can transfer files on and off your computer via USB-C for the Dreamcast. The VMU is the memory card for the Dreamcast, and it's got its own like little games you can put on it. And normally you can only load one game. I think the VMU2 you can load multiple games. But it looks really cool.
Okay.
And
if it's Dreamcast, I have no idea because I did not have a Dreamcast.
So the VMU was their memory cards, and they literally had little LCD screens on the front, and you can manage the memory from the actual like card itself if you had batteries in it.
Okay.
And you could also load games onto it. Certain games would have like the big one was Sonic Adventure.
Fuck.
Or Sonic Adventure 2 had like a Chow Garden thing. You remember the Game Boy thing you could do?
Yeah, I remember the Chow Garden thing.
That's where that came from.
Okay.
It was originally like you would just plug in the memory card, and then you could take the Chow with you and just have it walk around.
So it was like a Pokey Walker before the Pokey Walker.
Yeah, similar. So then you could like get special items with the Chow and all that, and
It sounds like when PlayStation did Pocket Station.
Yeah, it's a very similar concept. It's this idea of taking little bits of the game on the go.
Yeah, the problem is the Pocket Station never made it out of Japan, which
no,
sucks.
So we can't get the shitty dragonflies in Spyro 1.
Yeah. What was the other one? The Pocket Station, like I remember it being advertised for Street Fighter Alpha, and they're just like, yeah, watch.
That's funny.
Do with it. And I'm just like, yeah, bring it to us.
Right. Yeah, give it here.
Yeah, give it here, because there was some Final Fantasy shit too. I lost.
Alright, see you, Conan.
Alright, see you later, Conan.
Where did Hunter go? Fun fact, you don't have to do those in order. You just have to hit all of them, and then make sure you don't lose one to Hunter. So you can just slap whatever.
I follow him.
Yeah, but it's really funny watching the speedrunner out, because they just do half of them while Hunter's like meandering off in the middle of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, it's really stupid looking.
I'll have to watch that.
But
yeah, it's like Pocket Station. Half
shit got like taken out of them when they're like, yeah, we're not bringing the pocket station over. Like with Legend of Dragoon, they took out the mini game which you would do with Davis to be able to get the item limit increased.
Right.
And they're just like, yeah, I guess we're just making the game harder now because you now have a 32 light item limit. And I'm just like, fuck, I could have had 32 more extra items.
Right.
When I learned about it, like, a while ago. And then I found the mod that brings that in. So you don't have to do the mini game, but you just have the 64 item limit right out of the gate, which was nice. Until I made the mistake of almost saving over my game on disc 4 because I accidentally used the wrong ROM. And then
that's always fun.
That's always fun that you lose a whole disc of progress. And I was so pissed off that I stayed up all night fixing my problem. And I think I was Revere, and Rob was just like, Rukix, take a break. I'm like, no.
No. Sometimes it is okay to just not. I probably played the 1,000-Year Door, Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door. I probably played that game like 3 times over the course of like less than 2 weeks. Just the whole thing. And like grabbing additional items and doing side quests and all that.
Yeah, well, what I was doing was I was getting back to the point where I was at. But I was level grinding while I was doing it. And I was just like, because you gotta level up your additions, you gotta do a whole bunch of other shit. And, God, they're just like, Rukix, go to bed. I'm like, no.
Disagree.
I pressed
Wait, Rob was telling you to go to bed?
Yeah, Rob and Revere were telling me to go to
Why
sleep.
was Rob up at, like, fucking 6 a.m.?
I don't know. I think he might have told me, like, when I was getting into it again. But it's just like, oh my god. Said, how much did you sleep?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
What is sleep?
What is sleep? Ask me again later. But I got all my additions up to snuff. I did a lot of the Dragoon leveling, and then that was fun. And then I got back to the spot where I was at, and I'm just like, yep, I'm steamrolling shit. That's like how I played the first 3 hours of SO3, like 4 times off the PS. Yeah! So, thing with the PS4, Star Ocean 3, it's not good.
Yeah.
It keeps crashing. There's no fixes for it. And it kept on, it's like, it kept crashing when you brought up the mini-map.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, and it was just terrible, so he had to emulate. And then it was just... I also really don't like Star Ocean 3, so...
From what I'm getting, I don't think a lot of people do.
No, it's not. It's not a good game. I mean, it was okay. The fix was to play on a PS5 with no mini... Fuck that.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going to my favorite level. Fuck it. Let's play the bagpipes.
You know, when I was growing up, my parents wanted me in band, and they asked me what I wanted to play. I first said flute, and they said no. And then they said I asked bagpipes, and they said no. So I ended up playing saxophone.
I played sax too.
Yeah, I haven't played in ages, but...
Well, the thing with the sax is that I had to play, yeah, I'm hydrating right now and stretching. My brother played alto sax for the band. So I had to borrow his instrument when I was doing the band requirement for the 1 year.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because everybody in 5th grade had to play an instrument, just so, like, if you get into middle school and you like it, you can go in and do it. So, most people rented some, most people just, like, had siblings like I did that just borrow it.
Yeah, they played them already.
Yeah, and I borrowed the saxophone from my brother. And I had the fucking music teacher asking me, oh, so you going into band like your brother? You're gonna be a saxophone player?
It's like, no.
No. I had to rent the school trombone. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I wanted to play double bass for a little while, too. I ended up dropping that pretty quick.
A couple of my friends dropped playing trumpet so they can go into percussion.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Trumpet players just like to make noise, so that checks out. Don't get me wrong, trumpets can sound great, but like learning how to rein in a trumpet is one of the like key features of somebody who actually knows what the fuck they're doing with it.
As I say when one of my friends is a trumpet player.
Hey,
Trumpet,
you know what? I'm not judging.
Yeah.
But it is just like it's hard. It's a really hard instrument to like rein in fully.
Yeah, I like the sax. Don't get me wrong, but I like playing piano better.
That's fair.
But
I ended up dropping sax after 8th grade, and then going into high school, I ended up picking up guitar just for myself and playing that. And now I don't play much of anything anymore.
I played the sax for the 5th grade requirement, and then after hearing, "Are you gonna play like your brother for like millionth fucking time?"
You're like, that's enough.
And it's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So I just went to. Unless you're doing jazz or Latin, trumpet is nice. Hi, Nix. How's it going, bud?
Hey.
I played piano. I'm not bad with it, but once in a while, my one hand just I'm not good at playing it like together. Fuck off, buddy.
You know, learning how to. I don't actually have any percussion stuff. I'd like to do drums at some point. But like just learning how to move my hands and feet in different times for different parts is always fun. Just to get your drumming.
I guess if you come up, you gotta go see my brother so you can see his drum set. Because he has a pretty hefty one. Like he has drums that are like set in
Son of a bitch, that was it.
Oh, you almost made it?
Yeah, I fucked it up.
Look what you did.
I fucked it.
I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
I freaked it. No.
Freaked it. Not PG here. You can swear.
Nah.
Be like Shore's a fucking loser.
Man, Dragon Shores is so fun, guys. I love this vacation I'm going on. Just running into a wall for like 16 hours.
So do you? I gotta say, do you have like association to like you know how you have like association to smell for like a certain thing? I have association to taste and drink to this game.
Okay, fair.
The only thing I remember when I was playing this game was I was drinking a lot of Minute Maid lemonade.
Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. I don't think I have a specific association with this one. Typically, it'll be like memory associations. Like, obviously, you know, playing Spyro will trigger Spyro memories, but it'll also trigger completely random other shit that I remember. Like, I just remembered, one of the few times I ever had somebody over to my house, it was a kid named Jack, who I never talked to a ton, but, like, we just sat and played Spyro for a while and just talked and enjoyed ourselves. I just remember that in particular. This one time when I was, like, maybe 7. No, sorry, I had to be like 6.
Just the fact that you can learn an instrument in school is fun. Here, there's nothing. It used to be recorder. It's imperative, but
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
So we still do the recorder thing.
Recorder's 3rd grade.
Your recorder's 3rd grade. 5th grade, they'll let you start messing with instruments. Typically, it doesn't go very well.
So, for 3rd grade, for us, we had the recorders. But at that time, that's when Celine Dion's "My Heart Would Go On" was playing.
Oh no!
And my music teacher.
Hey, we got it!
Hey!
I almost hit fucking square. That would have been bad.
But yeah, my music teacher found the sheet music and he brought it in for the recorder.
Nice.
So there's a bunch of 3rd graders playing "My Heart Will Go On" off key on recorders.
Perfect. I got it.
Oh, yeah. You got it. Good job. Now you can play the game proper.
Now I can go do the game.
Now you can go play game. Now I have fun.
Yeah, exactly, Kat.
Yeah, but there's 132.
Okay, now I've just got the fireball power up, so let's go beat Ripto. Can I get into Ripto? Oh, there's a couple ways, and one of them's really hard.
I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know anything else.
Let me think.
Let them cook.
So I'm gonna have to look up a couple ways to do this, because I know that there's several, but I also know that the way that Bluntbows is gonna do it is he's gonna Sproder, and that's not gonna be fun. That I'm not gonna be able to Sproder that.
Can't we just jump Capitalism Bear? That's not till like later when you skip Dragon Shores. Because then all the money back shit is gone.
So I'm getting the Fireball power-up, and I'm going to beat Ripto. That will give me all the power-ups in the game that I don't already have, which right now I think is
Most of them.
a couple of little inconsequential things.
I can tell you one thing I'm not doing. I'm not doing the Alchemist right now.
Oh yeah, no, understandable.
I know I've said it before, but I really hate the Alchemist.
I mean, it's an annoying thing.
I mean, you have to do it twice. Even if you beat the first part of it, you have to do it again.
Yeah.
Roasting moneybags, yeah, that final part where you chase them around.
Stop doing Sproders. Show me something else. Show me somebody else doing it.
I need to get rid of these guys for when I'm doing the run for, what's it called? Ah, what the fuck? Fuck off! Because I am at least going to get the girl from, the, closed off area. Check out old vids from 3 to 5 years ago. I mean, might as well. I know for one of my, what's it called? My one memory card. My one jam pack PlayStation Underground shit that I have was showing this strat to be able to beat the, section to be able to get the girl's orb. And it's just like, this is a simple one. Why would anybody need help with this?
Sorry,
It's okay,
I'm getting Discord messages. My mom's talking
It's okay.
to me about something.
It's okay.
I've got
At least
a
your
lot
mom,
of stuff going on.
At least your mom knows how to use Discord.
No. That's not... No, my mom doesn't use Discord. She's just walking to my room to talk to me, so I had to mute for a sec.
Oh, that's okay. Should be the old swim in the air. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Not triangle. Damn square button. I'm about ready to throw this controller out. Boom. Did it.
Oh, thank goodness you broke that door down for me.
Yeah, no Valley Girl talk, please.
Should be the old swim and air skips. Yeah, I should do the swim and air skip. I was just making sure that that was what I thought it was.
Before you
More than anything.
Orb. I'm getting at least. Excuse you. Whatever. Thanks. You're not working. That was really appreciative.
Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna go get food, and then I'll do a swim in air to get to Ripto, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not 100%ing this tonight.
Okay. You can tell this is 90s because everyone's using yo-yos. Yeah. Fuck. I like yo-yos still. I play with yo-yos. Oh, I have butterfly yo-yos still sitting up on my shelf. Because I used to use those a lot. Yo-yos are cool. I like them. Best yo-yo you'll ever have is a butterfly yo-yo. You don't need any of those fancy ones, just get that. Fuck! What? I'm just gonna skip this.
Oh, hi, Dragon.
Bye, Sheila.
Okay, we're back.
Welcome back. Now I gotta figure out how to do Breeze Harbor.
I could show you how to do the funny way if you want.
Oh, you mean like skip half the level so you can leave?
It's the whole level. You
I
skip
would,
literally all of it.
I would be appreciative.
All right, hold on. Let me
Yeah.
let me go back to Autumn Plains then.
Okay. Well, I moved my thing so I can like look down and watch.
Yeah. Let me go back to Autumn Plains real quick and I'll show you.
Please excuse.
I'm imagining Ripto hearing the term Short King and getting very excited about it. Okay.
That's so funny.
You just ignore it.
Fuck you, Professor.
Invent a better scheme to get me to collect orbs next time, dumbass.
You think you're so smart? What do you know about double jump?
Alright, so you go here.
Mm-hmm.
And all you gotta do, so you're gonna double jump, glide, hover. It's a little tight. It's not too bad. So if you can double jump, glide, hover.
Double jump, glide, hover. Well, I'm
Just
doing
make sure you
this-
keep the stick. Make sure you keep the stick neutral when you're doing that.
Okay. Well, I just save state so I can keep doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have fireball now.
Fuck. Yeah, fireball now. Hey, this is a thing.
Yeah, so neutral stick, press and hold X, and then hit tap square.
So basically the same way that I was going to do it for, what's it called?
Yeah, for Glimmer, same thing. Same exact strat. And then you're just gonna try to do that repeatedly. And it's going to be a little tight. No. So what'll happen is basically almost like pretty soon after you hit the jump, you're just going to hit X. It doesn't have to be immediately. Oh, there goes my music skipping. Great. So you're gonna... It's gonna be... Well, if I come back over here real quick. It's just gonna be jump. I'm jumping, and then I'm hitting the X button. So jump X, or jump square, sorry. Jump square. Jump square. Neutral stick. Try and do that. If you can get height off of that, then you're doing it right. Don't hold both at the same time. It's just hit X and then tap square. Nope, you need to like neutral jump.
Yeah, I'm not touching the controller. I'm not touching that part.
Okay. There goes the audio again. We're getting funky remixes.
See, John, you said you weren't doing music, but you are.
Right? Just get really scuffed up CDs and have them play.
God. Hey, shit, man, I thought you were dead.
Yeah, he decided he wasn't. But yeah. So it's going to be from standing, neutral jump, and then before you hit the top of the jump, you want to hit square. Don't hit any directions. And you should see Spyro's head like peek up, basically. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you don't have to hold X after you hit square. 1, 2. 1, 2. If you do it right, you should end up in like a flop, basically. One, two. Yeah, I think you got it. You almost got it. Yep.
I almost got it.
You're getting it. You're getting it. It's a little jank.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll see it. You'll see Spyro's head like. See if I can do this sideways. Yeah, it likes to like push directly behind, but you'll see him like poke way up because if you just jump and then charge, he almost dives straight down.
Yeah.
You're just waiting to see if he starts like moving his head up. So that has to be neutral, and then as soon as you do that, you can glide, just tap X again, and then hover at the end.
Ah, fuck, I hit the triangle button.
It's okay. It happens, it happens. Don't hit triangle.
Yeah.
And then the next bit is literally just a series of goofy double jumps.
I should probably move stuff so you can real quick. Oh, hang on a second though. My mom wants something on the TV.
Uh-huh.
So I guess I'm gonna do that real quick. Because I have control for the computer. Movies. Oh. That frame rate.
Yeah, big old frame rate drop. It's all good. Well, here, let me put this on 720p. Should help some.
There you go. She's gonna watch the remake of Clash of the Titans, which that sucks, but still.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah, that movie's fucking terrible. I hate it.
It's not a very good movie at all.
No, I remember seeing it in theaters and I got pissed off.
Mm.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it just takes some getting used to with the double jump, honestly. That's the hard part for like all of this. It's like understanding how this thing works.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Just give me 1 second, somebody's asking me something.
Yeah.
My friends were asking me if I want to play Elden Ring.
I mean, I gotta hop soon anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, after I try this a few times, I'm probably gonna jump.
Yeah. But let me go do swim in air and kill Ripto.
Let's go break the game even more than you have broken the game.
Oh, you haven't seen breaking a game yet.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen. Pretty sure I will see more.
I don't know if you watched the Devil May Cry 5 stream.
Oh God, no, I have not.
100% recommend that one. It's.
What?
Like,
I have friends. I know, and some of my friends are assholes. I wonder who that one might be.
Okay, so the swim in air is a bit of a pain in the ass to pull off, but I think I remember how to do it. Same way, you just get up on the castle wall here. If I can actually aim.
Cat knows. Same shithead who was roasting me when I was playing fucking Silent Hill 1 the other day.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. Silent Hill 1, bad game. Definitely not good at all. No issue, you know, tons of issues there.
There's no issues at all. What are you talking about? It's a perfect game. And
It's a cool game.
You should never change a single thing out of it.
I like the story, if only because it's just batshit insane.
It can make sense when you stop to think about it, but also when you
Like
stop to think, oh, your summoning was foretold by Gyromance. That set Sayaka off so much. Sayaka studies different kind of magics and stuff.
Yeah.
And she told everybody what gyromancy is.
Spinning in circles.
Spinning in circles. Spinning in circles and landing on your letters.
You land on a thing, yeah, you land on a thing, some sort of indicator, and you just sort of assume that's gonna be it. God damn it.
Just fucking get a Ouija board at that point, or a pendulum.
It's the same deal. Like,
The art of spinning yourselves in circles until you dizzy and fall on something.
it's great.
I think I'll just do this level normally.
Yeah, no, don't sweat it too much.
Yeah, I mean, this is just for fun anyway. This was
You
literally...
fucking kidding me?
This was just literally, I'm gonna play the game for fun today.
Yeah, goof off. Have a good time.
I mean, if I want to practice it, I'll sit there and practice it. I don't want to waste everybody's time, that's the thing.
Right. It's a different thing.
It's just like when I'm gonna play Star Ocean. If I'm going to be playing that, I'm going to be doing stuff off stream to like level up and whatnot.
Yeah, do the grinding off stream.
So I don't waste people's time, and
Right.
probably so I don't give Ket an aneurysm with me doing stuff wrong.
See, that's what I keep saying I'm gonna do with Gran Turismo 4, and then I keep not doing that.
Wait a minute. If I was really gonna give Ket an aneurysm, I would fuck around on. Look, I can't. Yeah, I was just gonna say 2 is where you would judge me.
Okay, so the swim in air here, if I recall correctly, involves flying up. Well, if I can not fucking dive into the water and get caught every time. You go up. It's the same way you get out of bounds in this, and for the Dragon Shores bit. But you basically go to where Canyon Speedway is over there.
I was gonna say you're on the left side, not the right side this time, right?
Yeah, you basically, all you gotta do is because like the way that Spyro handles water is it's just like a plane, and when you move through that plane, it gives you the underwater trait. So if you can stay out of bounds while also clipping far and like getting close enough to that plane that it lets you get the underwater trait when you charge, you can just stay in underwater and then swim in air.
Yeah, that's why clipping through underwater is like.
Yeah, it's a big thing in Spyro 3 too.
Yeah.
It's like one of the main ways to get out of bounds.
Yeah.
The other one being zombieing, which is also funny. Spyro 1 also has zombieing, but it works very differently.
I've never tried it.
Spyro 1 zombieing, basically, if you get hit, so there's a spot in Jacques where you can do it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Right before the boss. Where if you get hit by Jacques' box as the cutscene is loading for the dragon pedestal there, at the very beginning of Jacques' section, you can get hit and it'll put you at a -1 health value, which of course doesn't do anything, but it also means that you can't really, like, die.
Right.
And that leads to a bunch of other goofy stuff, like the game won't kill you for falling out of bounds, so you'll just fall infinitely if you fall off a cliff.
Huh.
Alright.
Can you do it?
This is not the way you're supposed to do this.
I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Basically. Yeah, I can do it at the bottom of that tube there, though,
I'll be right
if I
back.
don't mess it up.
I'll be right
Yep.
back.
So, let me see. But yeah, basically any spot where there's water, the game just has a series of, like, planes that it'll have you try and run through. Well, they're not planes, I guess it's just polygons. But they represent, like, an outer area that you have to travel through, or that you can travel through to get under, to like, be in the water. Because it doesn't have, like, a proper volume. It's just a series of, like, planes that do it. So, like, if I was in air and I clipped into the underwater section, I would still be in air. So you just need to find that flat plane where the game gives you the underwater, like, attribute or whatever you want to call it, the state. That's too low. Too far. What am I doing wrong this time? I think I'm, like, not double jumping as high as I could be. Anyway, hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all had fun with stream. I gotta dip soon. I gotta eat food, and then I gotta talk with other friends, and I'm also getting a commission done. And they asked me about that today, so yeah, we're all over the place today. As usual. Okay, so I need to get down to Canyon Speedway, which is... I'm in the wrong spot. Oh yeah, I'm way too far. Maybe? No. Okay. I don't remember, like, how you're supposed to get down there in an efficient way so that you actually can, like, hit the thing. Come on. Of course, it keeps me charging too long. Might also be my controller, might also be me. I don't know. Whoop. There we go. Then up on over here. So glad there's like 10 different strats to do this, but it's not 10, it's like 2 or 3, but if you don't want to do this, this is slower, but there's you can proxy off a penguin and also just not have to worry about money bags that way. Or you can just pay money bags, but that's typically going to be pretty slow. Because you have to get all the extra gems you need to pay money bags. That was terrible. There we go. Okay. So I know the Canyon Speedway is down that way. Hey, hey.
Hey, what are we having? What was a good time? I was entertaining, I guess. What?
fuck, I missed it again. Maybe not, maybe not. Nope, not quite.
Are we talking about Silent Hill, or...?
I was just saying, hey, it's been a good time and all that.
Yeah. You can say Monster Hunter's been a good time because just some of the conversations we get into.
Yeah. It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna try this one more time and then I'm probably gonna call it.
Okay.
It's not that hard, I just don't know how to get down there efficiently.
I'd have to, like, look to see where the strat is.
Yeah, I just don't remember, like, where exactly I'm supposed to glide. Like, the route that I'm supposed to take down there, so I'm at the right height. To hit the thing. We hit this.
I walked out, my mom's on the part where,
Thanks,
Hades
Spyro.
killed his
Here's
parents.
that orb I
And it
Yeah!
pissed. Oh, you did it?
I did it.
Yay!
Alright, off the Ripto.
Time to kill Ripto. Yeah, I walked out. My
I
mom's
honestly-
on the part where Hades killed his parents, and I'm just like, why the fuck? In every
well, now I'm
media,
confused.
is Hades
There we go.
always the bad guy? But then again, everybody hears God of the Underworld, and they're just like, oh, you know.
Yeah, like, oh,
Satan.
evil. It's like, no, it's not really.
No,
Not in the
he's-
traditional sense.
He's just really good at his job.
Yeah.
Just
And
really
he's probably...
Good
He got the short straw, too. He's
he-
probably just bitter.
I mean, I would be bitter too if my brothers cheated me out of shit, which, yeah, I completely understand.
Spyro, we're gonna keep you
But-
powered up. Okay.
There's there's also the thing of that he's the richest because he's where all the jewels are, so
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. It's just people who don't understand mythology who just makes movies.
Yeah, it's this idea of, like, they gotta... It's... A lot of it's, like, studio interference, too.
Yeah, it's just like...
Wow, this is a powerful robot you built, Ripto. You did a good job.
I was gonna say, it's just like when Zangief's, like, in the villain association thing for Wreck-It Ralph. It's like, you don't have to be a bad guy. It's like he wasn't a bad guy in the game!
No, he wasn't.
But they wanted him to be a bad guy because he's Russian.
Right.
And
Of course.
Russian was always a bad guy.
Well, yeah, in the 80s and the
80s,
70s, it was
80s
they made
and
the
late
Russians the
90s.
bad guys because of McCarthyism and
Yeah.
communist or capitalist propaganda.
Yeah. Russia.
Yeah, and they were very concerned about that.
Red Scare and whatnot.
Red Scare, McCarthyism, like whatever we want to talk about with it.
Yeah. It's so stupid stuff, but let's...
Oh yeah.
So Ripto's almost dead.
Come on, buddy.
Work with me here, boy.
Now I say, you gotta work with me here, boy.
I say, boy, you gotta work with me right now. That was
Thanks
actually
for
pretty
getting
good.
our ship fired.
That was actually really
Proceed
good.
with our counterattack on Zephyr.
Oh,
There we
fuck
go.
off, Breeze Builder.
No damage. Let's go.
Oh,
Okay, game's
yeah,
over.
Game's over.
Everybody go home. Ripto defeated. That's a joke, son. You built too low, flew right by you.
That's a joke, son. Go we rip past you.
I fucking love that bit. It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
I love Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh,
It's-
God.
For all the like stupid nonsense and some of the questionable stuff that's in there, it's just funny.
Right.
It's just Mel Blanc being a fucking dick. You gotta get good. Yeah, it only took me 4 hours to beat the fucking game.
Yeah, even though I technically have a better percentage than you do.
Oh yeah. Easily. Also, we're in Dragon Shores now for some reason. I don't know why.
I need to save the game.
Save complete. And there's the Dragon Shores portal.
Now it's open.
By the way, is the door open? No. Can I headbutt? Yes. Okay. So now I didn't pay money bags for headbutt,
Right.
but you can still headbutt.
Yeah, because now the game thinks that you unlocked all those features.
Exactly.
Because you made past that one mark and Moneybags is gone.
Right.
So you just...
So the game just goes, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you busted it through. You paid them. It's like you got
Yeah,
all
we're
your
busting.
gems back. You're busting.
Busting makes me feel good.
Yeah, so the game's flag went off saying, oh, you went to Dragon Shores, you got everything.
Yep. Yep.
And my friend just played UHF.
Good.
Stupid! You're so stupid! I love that stupid meme.
Anyway, I don't know what percentage I'm at here.
The joys of if-then programming.
Yeah. It's not even if then, it's literally we're 41%. There we go.
Right. Does it tell you what percent you're at?
Yeah. If you try and save and then say don't save to the same file. It's not even if then,
I'm
it's
at
literally
44.
just like flags. Yeah, exactly. Like we have almost the same percentage and I've beaten Ripto and
Yeah.
you just got done
Leave me alone!
Summer Forest. No, it's just funny.
It is. It's really hilarious. I'm gonna see real quick to see who's on.
Yeah.
Cause, and, I think we have it pinned up. No, I don't have it pinned up anymore. Fuck!
Huh. Also, I'm popping that off.
Well, that makes sense.
But, yeah, this was fun.
Now
I don't mess with this game very much because I kind of hate it. But
I'm gonna get rid of this. Well, let's see. So, I know who we can go see.
I was gonna say I got a number of people we could raid, but go for it.
Who do you got?
I mean, let me see. We got Rio. Rio's on.
Yeah, I have Rio too. I was like, maybe Rio.
We could do Rio. We could do. I've got a couple speedrunners I could throw on.
Yeah, if there's Spyro 2 ones or something like that, that's fine. Didn't you say that your one guy streams like every day?
It depends. I'm just looking at people who are on right now, and I'm not seeing anybody playing Spyro. They was playing fucking RuneScape.
Fucking RuneScape.
We got somebody playing Ape Escape. They're doing runs.
Ooh, I like Ape Escape.
Grapevine, but the E is separated from the rest of the word by an underscore.
I do not know what that is.
Here.
Move this back here for a moment.
Yeah, we're raiding somebody.
Yeah.
Cheers. We're just finishing up and checking out. Grapevine's pretty chill though.
Yeah, we'll do that person.
Alright, this is Grapevine. They're playing Ape Escape 1. They're doing runs for sub 1 hour. Right now the current PB is 110, so they're pretty early on and running, I would imagine.
Yeah, this would be my first time raiding this person too. So yeah,
Cool.
thanks everybody for coming in. Tomorrow I will not be doing Monster Hunter with everybody because, yeah, everybody has obligations and whatnot, and so I don't want to get too far ahead from Cat, or
Yeah.
because
It's all good.
So fun. Thank
All
you
right.
for both streaming. Yeah, thank you for showing up.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It was fun.
But I'll be posting my new setup probably tomorrow. So see you guys then. Bye.
See you.